Hello, everybody. Hello. Sorry about that. Was having some tech issues. But yes, hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, Gabe. Hi, Lilac. How you guys doing today? So some important announcement here. Oh god. Oh god. Now I hear two of me. Oh god. I sound hideous. But yeah, so some important announcements to make. I'm okay. I'm glad you're okay. Hopefully that your day is going well. Some important announcements to make today. Because I don't know if you guys have seen it on my Twitter, but basically, so I put out an announcement to make that I'm going to be going on a hiatus. And I will be going on a hiatus until probably no later than the 7th of June. Maybe. We'll see how things go. But it'll be no later than the 7th of June. I might be back a little bit earlier. I would probably say the earliest I will be back. So the earliest that I will be back will probably be no later than, probably, I want to say maybe May 23rd. Yo, what's up, Dubs? Oh, you made homie nuggies? Hang on. Let me pop in my streaming office real quick. Hang on, let me pop into my streaming office real quick. There we go. Okay. Nice! Wait, what kind of nuggies did you make? Did you make like spicy nuggies? Were they fried, grilled? Hey Rama, how you doing? Sorry, if I'm looking off to the side, it is because my dog is being a very needy boy today. Also because I accidentally rolled a little bit on his tail by accident, because for some reason he likes to sleep right under my chair. So let's see here. They came out a little spicy. Some more oven baked. Oh, that actually reminds me, Dub. I need to do that. I posted in chat hall. Okay, hang on. Let me see this real quick. I'm doing good. Nice. I'm glad you're doing good, Ranma. I'm glad that you're doing good. So let me see here, Dubs. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, those look actually really fucking good. Hangry Outlaw. Did you use that for like the bread? I was gonna say, did you use that for the bread? Hi, Nanook. Hi. Sorry, my dog is just being a very needy boy today. Let's see here. My day was kind of gloomy, so I got some bad news. So I made. Oh well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you got some bad news. Well, you know, come on in here and get comfy, Lilac, because we're gonna just chat for a little bit, and then we'll play some Skyrim. Because I want to play Oblivion, but I don't have Oblivion, so we're just gonna play Skyrim to kind of ride on that just a little bit. Teehee. Because I also want to go over my trip, because I went on a trip. Yeah, pulverized him in the food processor. Yo, that looks okay, Dubs. Okay, because I know I will be going through your neck of the woods. I want to. Okay, if I ever swing by your state, we gotta hang out and you gotta make those, because those actually look really fucking good. But yeah, so I made falafel bowl or the pasta. Ooh, that actually sounds really good, Lilac. No, that actually sounds really, really fucking good. They're easy to make. Yeah, no, I want to try them. I genuinely want to try them. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of go over this. So I made a little post, and that being that I went. Ooh, God, sorry. I'm now like kind of moved into another room at my parents' house because I've kind of fully moved in here. Um, Hang on. Let me see here real quick. Yes, I have family members who are Italian. Hey, that's fine. I actually have some family members that were Italian. That my grandfather, he was like New York Italian. But what I wanted to do is that I wanted to kind of go over my little trip that I went on last weekend. So I went to go visit a friend. She's a very good friend of mine. And we went to the... Oh, excuse me. But we went to... let me pull it up here real quick. There we go. Sorry. God, I am burping. There we go. Okay, so... Let me transform that real quick. Fit the screen. Perfect. Grandpa was Italian? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so my grandfather was Italian and... Well, I guess, like, New York Italian. So not, like, true Italian. And my grandmother is, like, pure German. And I do speak a little bit of German from her. Don't ask me if I can carry on a full-blown conversation. Because I can't in German. I can carry on a tiny bit. I can carry on like a tiny bit in German. But yeah. So, where I went to this weekend was I went to what is called the Fernbank Museum over in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a really, really fun trip. I like thoroughly enjoyed myself. I'm trying to make sure that my dog is not next to my fucking chair in case if I accidentally roll on his tail again. My grandpa was true born town. Oh, nice. Do you know what part of Italy he was from? All right, so where I went to is that I went to what is called the Fernbank Museum. So the hadrosaur that is in front of the museum. So really cool thing about this museum. Let me actually see if I can find the name of this hadrosaur because it is actually a local species. It is a what is the most famous hadrosaur? Let me see if I can find it real quick. So, let me see if I can find this dinosaur. It has a really interesting name. I just gotta find it real quick. Gotta find it real quick. But yeah, so basically this is a local species that was found here in Georgia. And let me see if I can... Sorry, I'm like all over the place right now with my presentation here. I don't know where in Italy it was from. That honestly, that's fair. That's fair. I would probably go to like, you know, like My Heritage or something like that to like figure that out. But so this is the open lobby. So this is the lobby of the museum. And when you go in, you guys have nice weather. Meanwhile, it's gloomy here. I'm sorry that it's nice and gloomy. Hopefully it clears up wherever you're at. But yes, it was very nice over here. It was beautiful, 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 beautiful. But yeah, so this is the lobby of the museum, right? So this right here is a replica of an Argentinosaurus, and the Argentinosaurus is actually one of the largest sauropods ever found. And right next to it, if I can move my little thingy here, and so right next to it is a replica of a Giganotosaurus, which is the thing that you saw in the new Jurassic World movie. And I will say, though, And I will say, the photo does not do these animals justice, because seeing this thing in person, was absolutely just mammoth. You felt so tiny. Like, you genuinely felt so fucking tiny next to it. The same thing goes for the Giganotosaurus. Again, you felt tiny compared to this thing. And what bothers me though is that they don't have the front feet for the Argentinosaur, and it bothers me every time I look at it. It absolutely fucking bothers me. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's just very cloudy, no rain. Yeah, that stuff always like gives me seasonal depression whenever that stuff happens, especially if it happens for like a long period of time. But yeah, is that the one dinosaur with the long? Yeah, they are called. So the dinosaurs with long necks like this, they are known what is called the sauropods, which just translates to lizard foot. And sauropods are typically dinosaurs that. Oh, why is my tracking all not there? There we go. Okay. Yeah, so basically sauropods are basically dinosaurs that are sometimes noted as the largest animals to have ever walked on the face of this earth. And yes, they do have a small head, but it is mainly meant for plucking the tallest branches for like trees and whatnot. So they're more of like grazers, like top of the tree, like grazers, basically. And this is a pterosaur that was mounted. They actually had a few of these. I think this is an. Hang on, let me let my dog out, because he now all of a sudden wants to. Okay, yeah, now all of a sudden he wants to get out of the room, because now he's got the zoomies. It's like with huskies. Huskies have either two modes. They're either sleeping or they have zoomies. There is literally no in between. There is no in between with huskies. Yeah, they're basically also. Hi Jay, how you doing? Hang on, let me give you a shouty. So yeah, they basically take on the environmental niche of like say giraffes. And I don't know what. I forgot what pterosaur this is. I want to call it. Ornithochirus, because I know this was something that was featured in Walking with Dinosaurs. I think. Jay, if you're, looks like a trope. Wait, trope. Hang on. Let me see here. Can't imagine it would. Let's see. Sounds like my pupper. The moment I sit down to eat. Yeah, he's like that too. Like as soon as I hang on, let me see what dinosaur is that called. Oh, Tropognathus. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it might be a Tropognathus. I think it might be. They had like a bunch of them actually. So they had a bunch of these Tropognathuses. Some were mounted in the sky. Some were roosting. They were actually like roosting up on the walls on like the third floor. They had another type of pterosaur. So they had another type. They were small. They were very, very tiny. They're the pterosaurs that have the almost like baleen like teeth that are meant for filter feeding fish, basically, or small like crustaceans. It was really cool. Yeah, there you go. I think that's one of them. Can't imagine what it would be. It would be terrifying. It would be absolutely fucking terrifying. Because basically you have to live in a world where you might get crushed by one of these guys, or you might get killed by a Giganotosaurus. Oh god, I don't know why my mouth movement is so fucky today. Yeah, why is my mouth all fucky? Hang on. Ah! Yeah, let me see if that works. It might work a little bit. I got to see once it was standing up flying. It was tall as me. Yeah, sometimes some pterosaurs are actually quite big. They can be the size of a man. Some of them are very tiny, like the size of like a pigeon. But no, like pterosaurs are funky little creatures. And then we go into the actual dinosaur exhibit. So we have the Pisanosaurus, which I think is the little bastard right over there. We have the Iroraptor, which I want to say it's this one. I want to say that's the Iroraptor, and I think the Herrerasaurus is the middle one. I think Herrerasaurs are the bigger ones. So with these dinosaurs is that they kind of have them all lined up from Triassic to Cretaceous. Now, what's really interesting, though, is that a lot of them are... Hang on. Sorry. I have to look at my damn mouth movement. Hang on. Let me see why this is just not syncing up properly. Let me see here. No, that's right. That's right. Let me see here. Why is my mouth, like, not... Let's see here. Choose a camera. Okay, that's not it. Why is this not wanting to... Hang on, sorry chat. I need to figure something out here. Reset. I think that might be it. Lip sync type, advanced lip sync. Yeah, for some reason this is all fucked up. Yeah, my settings are all fucking ate up. Hang on, give me a split second here, chat. Hang on. Okay, that should probably work. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why, like, today everything's just been kind of scuffy. That's... Yeah, it's weird. But anyway. Yeah, so yeah, that is some of the Triassic dinosaurs that we've had. Yeah, I don't know why my shit's all... It's actually kind of bothering me, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually kind of bothering me. You know, why is my shit all... Okay, alright. Voice A, lip sync, okay. Mic settings, okay, let's do... Hyper... See here. Yeah, no, that's right, okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's all... Yeah, I don't know why this is, like, all fucked up. Okay, anyway. So, as I was saying. So, basically, we have some Triassic dinosaurs. And over here, it kind of showed more of, like... other things as well, besides dinosaurs, so... Over there was like a piece of a Glyptodon shell. It had a Megatherium claw. There you go. That's some of the dinosaurs up close. Now, this one's interesting. So, this is a Carnotaurus. So, and you can see if I move the picture down a little bit. Hang on. Sorry, it's just, this is bothering me. Why is my setting all fucked up? Hang on, let me see here. Why is this all fucked up now? Okay, so yeah, for some reason my stuff is like all fucked up. Hang on. Let me see here. We'll do, maybe I just, hang on, let me see if what if I, hang on, actually before I do anything here, chat, hang on, let me see if I can just reload my model. Maybe see if that helped a little bit. No, still. Now the mouth movement is still kind of fucky. Hang on, give me a second here, chat. Hi, Evan, how you doing? Hang on, we're kind of doing a little bit of surgery right now because for some reason my mouth movement's not having it today. Yeah, my mouth move is just not having it today. I don't know if it's just because it's on my other monitor and my other monitor is kind of screwy. But let me see here real quick. Let's see. Eye, face, brow. Why is the mouth all fucked up? Let me see here. Yeah, so we're just kind of doing a little bit of some corrective surgery. Open mouth sensitivity. We'll crank that to 57 as... Alright, so we'll crank that up to a 57 as well. Maybe see... I want to see if that actually does anything. Actually, wait, what... Oh. Alright, Alright, so maybe that will work a little bit. Alright, that probably should work a little... Maybe? Yeah, so everything looks like it's a little bit better now. I'll probably have to tinker with this. Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay, that looks like a lot better now. I'll have to deal with this like later. And I'll have to deal with this later. Oh, yeah. See, again, like as soon as I don't know if it's just like my iPhone or what, but okay. What's tracking quality? I don't know if I want to test that. Let's see. Mouth form. So we'll crank that up to 0.5. All right, so how about that? All right, so we'll do a 0.5 for that one, and then we'll do... And then we'll do a 0.5 for that. Okay, that actually looks a lot better now. That actually looks a lot better. Oh, not, or maybe not, maybe not. So maybe we'll do 0.5. So we'll do, okay, so we'll do a 0.5 for that. And then maybe... So, okay, so this should be a little bit better now. Yeah, this looks fine now. Okay. Yeah, for some reason my mouth is like all fucked up. I have to go, but have a great stream. Thank you, Evan. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to do a little bit of model surgery, but we should be okay now. There we go. Okay, but yeah, so the dinosaur in here, this is a Carnotaurus. And what's cool is that there's actually like a few Abylosaurs mounted in this exhibit as well. And if you look in the back, so we'll get to these. So we will get to these here in a little bit, but you can see here in the back there are some other larger dinosaurs in the back. So this one is an Amargasaurus. And what's really cool about the Amargasaurus is that there's actually a Pokemon based off of this. So the Pokemon Aurorus is based off of this. And with the Amargasaurus, it's actually one of my favorite sauropods for this funky little trait that it has. So the Amargasaurus has these giant sails on its neck. And for a sauropod, the Amargasaurus is actually not that big. It's a decent sized animal, but like in terms of like sauropods, they're actually not big. They're pretty small, and their necks are just as small. I guess you could say like if the sauropods are like giraffes. If they're like giraffes, then a Amargasaurus is more a lines of like say an okapi. Where, yes, they're related, but they're a lot more stout. And if I remember correctly, Amargasauruses are diplodocus. Slightly smaller than a T-Rex. Yeah, basically, yeah. But they're kind of like, I would say, like, just for, like, a comparison, it's like an okapi. Where it's like a giraffe, but it's more smaller and it's a little bit more compact. But yeah, if I remember correctly, Jay, Amargasauruses are diplodocoids. They are a member of the same grouping as like Diplodocus. But I think I want to say, but they're later. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think the thing that gives it away is the skull. The skull is very much like a Diplodocus. So the next slide, the next group here. So with the next group, we have, this is Ostroraptor. It's a fairly, and also Jay, if you want to come in here and talk about dinosaurs, you're more than welcome to pop in. But yeah, so this one here, this is the Ostroraptor. I would say it's probably a little bit on the larger end of dromaeosaurs. I don't know too much about Ostroraptors, though. No, wait, no, it's not a dromaeosaur. Wait, no, it's not a dromaeosaur. Hang on, let me actually Google real quick, because I thought these were dromaeosaurs. Let's see here, Wait, yeah, isn't Ostroraptor? Yeah, it's a dromaeosaur. Okay, yeah, because I was looking at the claws there. I was like, wait, hold up, that's not. Why does it not have a sickle claw? It's like, oh wait, nope, yeah, nope, I see it. Ostro is a dromaeosaur. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, so it looks really interesting. I have actually never seen a Ostroraptor in person before. And this one, I'll have to circle around because I took another picture of its nameplate. But I think it's like the Malawisaurus. I think that's what it's called, the Malawisaurus. It's another sauropod from Africa, which a lot of these animals that they put on display are from Africa, like Africa and like a little bit of like South America. That is a Carcharodontosaurus skull. Actually, not saurid. It's a skull of a Carcharodontosaurus, which are one of the larger theropods known to exist. I think they're slightly smaller than a Rex. If not, they are about the same size as a Rex. This one, and there you go, Jay. Here's one. This one I took because I was thinking of you whenever I was at the museum. So this one right here. So this is a Suchomimus, and a Suchomimus is basically one of the larger Spinosaurids. They are from. I want to say they're from Niger. They're from Africa. They're somewhere in Africa. It's Uncle Frank. Yeah. Uncle Frank, is exactly where he needs to be. Yeah, I'm sorry he can't compete with, with something as magnificent as me. Niger's Africa. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they're from there's actually like a few there were actually a few dinosaurs that were displayed in this exhibit that were from Niger. This is one of them. And now what's really cool here is that this is actually like a little collection display of like crocodilians. Now I don't know if they're all from they're from Gondwana. Okay, so wait, no, Gondwana's the supercontinent, or one of the supercontinents. I don't know if these are all from like Africa. They might be, just be considering that all of the theming of these dinosaurs are from like Africa or South America. So I'm going to assume some of these are from Africa. Hi Beans, how you doing? Hang on, let me give you a shouty as well. How you doing? We're talking about dinosaurs because I was in Georgia and I went to the Fernbank Museum in Atlanta, Georgia. Oops, my bad. Hang on, give you a shouty real quick. When are we not talking about dinosaurs, though? Well, these are actual, like, dinosaurs. These were, like, actual dinosaurs that I saw in person. So this freaky little bastard, this is a Nigersaurus. This is a sauropod from Niger. The same place as the Suchomimus. And what's really cool about this one is the mouth. The mouth, as it was described on its name placard. That's a brick. It's basically like a brick mixed with like a vacuum cleaner. But yeah, they're really kind of cool. Their teeth alignment is very different from sauropods. And this big son of a bitch, this is an Ouranosaur. And if I remember correctly, Ouranosaurs are a type of hadrosaur. But they're also from Africa. And I'm trying to remember what clade they are from. So they're from the hadrosauriforms. So that encompasses all hadrosaurs. And the clade of Styracosterna. So yeah, they are from the Hadrosaurid family. I'm trying to see where exactly, or because I don't know if they're like a Hadrosauromorpha or they're just like a straight up just like a Hadrosaur. Anyway, but yeah, so this is an Ouranosaur. This was huge, and it's really cool because like it's a tall boy, yeah, because it is a Hadrosaur with a sail on its back, like a Spinosaurus. Now, this one's really cool. So, I forgot the name of the sauropod it's hunting. I think it says it's somewhere right here. But the carnivore in question here, so the theropod in question in this picture, this is a Majungasaurus. So that's a Majungasaurus. And what's really interesting about the Majungasaurus is that it is an abylosaur that we now have actual, like, pretty much concrete evidence that says that it did, like, dabble in cannibalism. And there's also, like, a avian dinosaur right there. Sorry, my bad. My brain just went blank. So let's see here. If we go here, I have more pictures, but these are just the ones that I took and just posted. I might go over the ones that are in the Discord server. So that one, so this one is a Giganotosaurus. So people like to say that this is bigger than a T-Rex, which I believe, yes, it is taller than a T-Rex, but pound for pound, this is nothing compared to a Rex. Especially with later specimens that we have found of T-Rex. Now, a Giganotosaurus is what is known as a carcharodontosaurid dinosaur. And with this, is that this is basically like the T-Rex of the southern hemisphere, basically, of South America. Whereas the Rexes ruled just about everywhere that they touched. South America had the carcharodontosaurids, and the largest one was the Giganotosaurus. Now, with the Giganotosaurus, its diet vastly different from, like, say, T-Rex. I think I'm too dumb for this convo. Lots of big words. Okay. All right, so let me break it down for you. This is basically like a T-Rex of South America. It is meant to kill long necks. It is meant to kill long necks. It is said to be bigger than a T-Rex, but weight-wise, no. Like, girth-wise and weight-wise, no. T-Rex has this thing, like, by a long shot. But its bite force is also weaker than a Rex, because also this thing is meant for precision cutting. Latino Rex. Yeah, it's basically a Latino Rex. Sort of. They're from another family. They're more closely related to the Allosaurus than a T-Rex. Whereas, like, a T-Rex, their diet consists of, like, heavy-duty targets. So things like a ankylosaur, a triceratops, a duckbill, like a hadrosaur, like the edmontosaur. These things are meant to kill long necks, like Argentinosaur, and I think Mapusaurus. No, Mapusaurus is a theropod. My bad. And this I took a picture of because I was thinking of Damien, because he likes rocks. And this was in the gift shop. So this one had like a lot of like geodes, tiny little fossils that you could buy. Fossils of fish, fossils of leaves, fossils of like, I think like small crustaceans, krill, shrimp, brittle stars. It was cool. It was a really cool little, yeah, rocks. Now, this is cool. So, now this whole exhibit was really, really cool. And I want to bring this up because I will probably bring this up in the, if I pull up the Discord server, because I have a lot more. I think I have a lot more. No, wait, hang on. Let me check here. I thought I did. Well, shit. Okay. No, I don't. Okay, so basically, this whole exhibit here, and I wanted to take a picture because that's a sea scorpion. A Eurypterid, basically, is the scientific term. Big scientific word. But basically, giant scorpion that lived in the sea. Even though that they are related to horseshoe crabs, not scorpions. But basically, this whole exhibit here was called like the evolution of Georgia. And what was really cool was that it kind of broke off individual like little segments of like history. So like you had the Precambrian, you had the Devonian, you had the Cerulean, you had like the Permian, the Cretaceous, Triassic, Jurassic, etc., etc., etc. And it was really, really interesting. Now, this one's really cool. So this was like one of the last segments that me and my friend went into. So this whole section right here was basically like a giant nature walk, basically. So this whole place was just a giant nature walk. Vast, sprawling place, really nice, really, really cool. And what was really, really interesting was that throughout the walkway, I think it was some kind of event that was going on, but it was called Spirit Guides. And what it was is that it was essentially, I think it was spiritual guides or spirit guides from like, I want to say Latin America or Native American. It was one of the two. But they had some really interesting like spirit guides. I don't know if Jay is still in the chat. He could probably clarify this a lot better than I could. But yeah, basically they had like these spirit guides kind of like peppered throughout the entire walkway. It was really cool. They had some really interesting ones. They had like a camel crane. They had a armadillo butterfly. They had a deer butterfly, a lizard monkey, a jackalope. It was really, really, really cool. And like each one of them had like a little blurb of like, I think of the artist and the origin of it. So yeah, it was really interesting, and I had a lot of fun going to this exhibit. But I will say probably my favorite would probably be this whole exhibit right here. Just again. So this is an Argentinosaurus, which is basically one of the largest animals to have ever walked the earth, basically. And you, again, like as I mentioned earlier previously in the stream, you felt tiny. You feel really, really tiny compared to this thing. Like right now, I'm on like the second floor. You're on the second floor, and it doesn't look too bad. But yeah, once you get to the first floor and you're staring up at this thing, especially like in its rib cage, oh, you feel tiny. Like you feel like an absolute like insect. And so funny enough, so we actually got to see a movie. That was free with admission. And funny enough, it was it was a movie about T-Rex. And it was kind of an interesting movie because it was a movie that was trying, and I do mean like it was trying to cater to like the modern like kids. Basically it was like trying to be like hip and like cool with the kids, because it was saying things like the goat, or trying to be over dramatic and talking about how like the names of like some tyrannosaurs sound like the name of a heavy metal band. And at the end of like the movie, they had like the T-Rex roaring to like a hair metal song. It was cheesy, but like but then again, it's a movie meant for like a museum. I cannot fault it for that. I just cannot fault it for that. But like it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. My hands got burned a little bit. I got rope burn on my hands. So on the third floor, they had like a little fun activity room for like families and kids and stuff like that. And they had this thing where you could like sit down in a chair and then pull yourself up. And I did that. Like as soon as I sat on the chair, I immediately was like already like at the highest point. And my military brain took over, because whenever I was lowering myself down, my brain just went like military mode, and I was like trying to rappel down. The thing is, like when you rappel down, you typically need something called rigger gloves. And I didn't have rigger gloves, and my hands had like a little bit of like first degree burns from like going down the rope. My hands were red throughout the entire tenure of the trip, but like it was worth it though. It was worth it. And they also had things. So they also had things like like a little exhibit about culture. So you got to see like culture throughout like history and all these other really, really cool stuff. And they had like a really cool, like almost like an art gallery on the left-hand side where it was all about birds. It was just all about birds and a lot about like some local animals here and there. The lower floor, it was cute. So like on the first floor, you can kind of see some of them right here. So they have like a little bit of a bird show right here with the guys in the toucan costume. And over here, you guys can't see it, but like right over yonder, over here past this pillar, they had like a little puppy adoption day. And the puppies were adorable. It was just, oh my god, it was worth it. But yeah, so that was basically like my little adventure to this museum. Because I wanted to kind of just like gush about it because it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, so so the other thing I really do want to mention was that yes, I am taking a hiatus from streaming starting from next week basically. So this week is basically my last week streaming before I take a break because basically I'm going to not have a break. Right? So I'm essentially not going to have a break because I am going to be constantly moving because over the next few weeks up until I actually move to Maine, it's just going to be nonstop. So this weekend actually, I'm going to be visiting some family before I move. Then the weekend after that, I have my final military weekend that I will be out of town for. And then shortly after that, I'm visiting my friend again up in Georgia before I move. Then right after that is the actual move itself. And then of course there's the things like, because like the move itself is going to take like a few days. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It's going to take a few days. So then there's that. Then there is, because I found a new job. I found a job in the same company that I work at right now in Maine. So there's that, but also things like just trying to get adjusted, starting a new job essentially. Just it's a lot, and I'm not going to have time to just sit down and just take a breather and stream, basically. So I'm going to miss streaming, but at the same time, this is my hobby. Like, I wish this was my 9 to 5, but no, unfortunately, this is just my hobby. So, I kind of have to treat it like a hobby. So it's gonna have to sit on the back end for just a little bit, just a teensy bit, until like everything is like settled. Which hopefully that will be, looking at my calendar, should be, I want to say, let me look at May. Hopefully, so I will start streaming again no later than June 7th, but I could start streaming earlier. It just depends on how everything goes. Probably maybe May 30th is probably when I'm looking at maybe coming back again. So it's going to be around that area, basically. But yeah, so that's pretty much the whole thing, basically. Hey Jay, how you doing?
Hello. Sorry, I was in a VC with people, so I wasn't able to join earlier.
No, you're
Continue
fine.
with your little announcement.
No, no, I'm done. I was just talking about
No, you got more.
No, I was just talking about like my break and everything because I'm going on a hiatus.
I wouldn't say it's a hiatus. I think you're just doing a lot more moving. A hiatus determines that you're gonna be gone for quite a while.
I mean, like for a month and a half is quite a while in terms of streaming.
I guess. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, so it's a bit. But yeah, no, I just wanted to kind of just go over some of like the dinosaurs and stuff like that I saw during like my little trip to the Fern Bank. Which I don't know if you saw it, but like in the opening, like so like the front yard, it actually had like 3 statues dedicated to a local hadrosaur species in Georgia. Which I didn't know
Okay.
which I didn't know hadrosaur, which I honestly did not know that hadrosaurs were found in Georgia.
Oh yeah, they're usually found. Hadrosaurs are typically found majority all over North America.
Well, and
There
what's
were
weird,
several species.
yeah, and what's weird though is that there's even like a tyrannosaur species found in Georgia as well, and also in Alabama.
Oh yeah.
It's called the Appalachiosaurus.
Yeah. So that one is kind of a weird moot term because Appalachiosaurus was a summonus with Dryptosaurus, which were two Eotyrannosaurs that
Yeah.
had like lived around that area. The reason why we're kind of like confused on which one is which is because they do have similar body shape as well as like similar features.
Right. Yeah, they have like similar features, but they're pretty much like, but we can confirm that they are pretty much like their own separate animals, and it's not like a Draco Rex and Stygimoloch situation.
We honestly, there's a lot of debate on it, mostly due to the fact that Appalachiosaurus and Dryptosaurus are technically found on the Appalachian mountain range,
Right.
which does range between like that. The reason why we're trying to figure out which is which is because, well, for one, Dryptosaurus was actually found more closer at the time, around the same time period as Tyrannosaurus Rex. Same with Appalachiosaurus. It's kind of like a Gorgosaurus and Albertosaurus situation.
Well, with Gorgosaurs and Albertosaurs, they're pretty different, aren't they? Well,
Nope, they're not. They are actually same body shape, size. The only difference between the two is the number of teeth.
I was gonna say like, and also location, because Albertosaurus is found in Canada, where Gorgosaur. No, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Tarbosaurus. My bad.
Yeah,
The
Gorgosaurus and Albertosaurus were found in the same general
location.
location. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was. Yeah, because I was confusing. What is it? Tarbosaurus with Gorgosaurus for some reason.
Yeah.
And because there's also, because like the weirdest thing is that like, despite how like relatively recent tyrannosaurs are in North America, they pretty much made this whole country theirs in just a short amount of time.
Yep. The only other large non-Tyrannosaurus member was probably Acrocanthosaurus, and that's the only evidence we have of like a Carcharodontosaurid in North America.
Yeah, because like they kind, so like all other kinds of theropods, they pretty much got pushed out. So like Megaraptorans, not here. Spinosaurs are kind of just pushed down to the southern like not United States, Southern America, basically South America. And then like
Yep. So
Carcharodontosaurs slash like Allosaurans and all that kind of stuff, they've been also pretty much booted out as well, except for obviously
we
Acrocanthosaurus.
we don't know for sure because we haven't found any other evidence of Carcharodontosaurids in North America other than Acrocanthosaurus.
Yeah, which like honestly, like even of itself is still kind of like an oddball.
Yeah, because
if you want to think about it.
It is very oddball, but it does have the same body structure as most Carcharodontosaurids.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with what's it called? Oxalalia, whatever it's called, the South American Spinosaur.
Yeah.
Which that one I saw like a video of that just recently, and its existence is kind of thrown up in the air.
Hold on.
Oxalia,
Yeah, this is the
Oxalia.
only. There's only. Oxalia is the only evidence we have of a Spinosaurus in the Americas.
Yeah, but like it's very fragmentary
Yeah,
from what I remember.
but it may be fragmentary, but it actually is more complete than most other Spinosaurids.
Which is absolutely fucking insane. Which, but also like with southern dinosaurs, I still can't get over just like how giant an Argentinosaur is.
Oh, they're massive. They're part of the Titanosaur family, so
Yeah.
that already tells you that they are massive animals.
Oh, I know. Like I saw a replica of the skeleton. I know how massive these bastards are.
Oh, I stand corrected. We don't have much fossil material on Oxalia.
That's what I was saying. Cause like a lot of people are thinking like it might just be Spinosaur.
Um, that's the problem. We don't really know because we only have chunks, like small chunks of its jaw.
Yeah.
All we know is it looks similar to other Spinosaurids. That's pretty much it.
Also, I don't know why, but like I've been like on the like having the urge to like get another Beast of the Mesozoic figure.
You say that I ordered an Allosaurus, Jimmy.
The funny thing is that I'm actually looking at the Allosaurus.
I got the Allosaurus Jimmy, the one from the Cenozoic toy line.
Oh, the
The
Cyberzoic.
Cyberzoic, I mean.
Yeah, I want to get the Fragilis.
Oh, the one that Hollow has.
Yeah. So
You get the big one or the small one because they're
The-
actually coming up with two different sizes.
the big one. So
Okay.
when I had like an apartment, I would have like a dinosaur collection, and so like one of my things that I wanted to do was have like a Hell Creek formation collection.
Oh, yeah. That would be interesting. Too bad there's not a lot of figures for Edmontosaurus.
Right. But there's also things like Dakota Raptor, but Dakota Raptor's kind of like not a thing anymore. So I'm like, I guess maybe Utahraptor's gonna have to do.
Yeah, it's very strange because we don't. There's the only argument people kind of suggest for like a dromaeosaur in the Hill Creek Formation is that they don't have any small tier like mid tier carnivores.
Well, yeah,
But
because like Tyrannosaurs kind of they're teenagers, their kids kind of fill that niche.
yeah, so that's the confusing part is that the thing is there's also been research conducted that many tyrannosaurids will stay with their family until they're adults.
Yeah, that's. I think like some animals nowadays do that too, don't they?
Yep. It's a survival tactic that Tyrannosaurus kind of like Tyrannosaurus Rex kind of patented itself because it was like thinking, you know what? I'm gonna live with mom and pa until I'm old enough to live on my own, or I get pushed out of the nest.
God, that's far too real in today's day and age. God, that is far too fucking real. But also like so the whole Hell Creek formation thing, I'm like, okay, so that kind of went out the window. So now I'm like, okay, now I'm kind of like wanting to get like just like a Tyrannosaur collection. But now
Go for it.
now I'm seeing like the Allosaurus. And I'm looking
Okay.
at the Allosaurus, I'm like, oh damn, that is nice. Because like I feel like a kid in a candy store, like when it comes to the Beasts of the Mesozoic figures, especially when it comes to Tyrannosaurs. Because like I do say like I am a amateur paleontologist and when it comes to like Tyrannosaurs, because that's primarily where I study my stuff. So I'm like, when I heard that they had like a whole line dedicated to like Tyrannosaurs, I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, I'm in danger now.
I'm hoping they will reveal their next line, which is the Spinosaurus, and I'm hoping
Yes.
to get a Suchomimus one and a
Oh,
Spinosaurus
oh,
one.
that'll happen. Oh, that will definitely happen.
Mostly because I just be like, yeah,
You're like,
I finally got a I finally got a figure, and then maybe I repaint it in my colors.
You're like, I feel seen.
I feel noticed. I'm a
Senpai noticed me.
senpai noticed.
You know, the funny thing is, like, I was chatting with my friend last night, and we were looking at stuff on Etsy, and we saw like a what is it? A Tyrantrum. Like you could get like a 3D printed Tyrantrum, and it was like shiny standard, and then like it said like DM for like custom colors. I'm like, oh no.
Hold on, rule second. I need to grab something.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. Because right now I'm just kind of like just shooting my shit right now before we start playing Skyrim. Yeah, so like I'm just like looking up. I was talking to my friend. I was like, oh no, I kind of want to get this now. Etsy is a dangerous place for me. Welcome back. I was just saying Etsy's a dangerous place for me.
I think it's a dangerous place for a lot of people,
Also,
especially my mother.
So I don't know if you are aware of this company. They're called Good Smile. I'm sorry, no, they're called Max Factory. They make Figmas. So they're like posable like figures of like anime characters and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So funny enough, I think just like out of nowhere, just for shits and giggles, they made 2 dinosaur figures. They're actually not bad. So they are they come with like a saddle for like your figures to ride on them.
That's actually kind of cool.
And they are, it looks like they're trying to be kind of like Blue from Jurassic World, but also the tiger stripe raptor from Lost World. Let me throw some images on here. So that's one of them. That's the one that I pre-ordered.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm fixing.
No, you're fine. So I pre-ordered the Ash one just because it's like, yeah, it's just a random fucking raptor. Like it's not from a show, it's not from anything. It's literally just a fucking raptor.
Gonna fix my Rex, my small Beast of the Mosazoic Rex.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I think mine is sadly packed up.
Yeah, kind of like fixing how it's positioned because
Also, I'm
for
just
some odd reason the leg.
just kind of
sorry.
no, I'm just kind of fidgeting with my dinosaur dog tag that I got. There we go.
Okay. Dinosaur dog tag.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Dino Marines.
Oh god.
Soldier.
Oh god, don't let Dubs hear that.
What?
Don't say Dinosaur Marines. He might actually he might rebrand. But yeah, so that's
When there's more than one dinosaur in a location, it is called Jurassic Park. Unless it's Isla Nublar. No, Isla Sorna.
Oh no.
That's better. Sorry for doing that a little bit.
I mean, like, I could. The funny thing is, I used to like, I actually wanted to be a drill sergeant. I could try that out. When you see 2 dinosaurs together, that is Jurassic Park. I will show you what it's like here on Isla Sorna, you motherfucker.
My friend, he's a big TF2 TF2 fan.
Yeah.
He goes absolutely berserk when I do that.
Oh, I love the soldier. The soldier's great.
Bless heart, the voice actor. May he rest in peace.
Oh, did he die?
He died like 5 years ago, I think.
TF2 soldier voice actor. Rick May.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, he died.
Yeah, he passed. It was a big thing in the TF2 community. Like, generally, people were like, so sad. It was all over Twitter and everything.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
It was like, then you two must fight. Sun Tzu said that. That reminds me of the time.
Fight.
It's like it reminds me of the time of Noah's Ark. He brought 2 of every animal on the planet, and then he beat the crap out of them.
And he let them fight amongst each other, and whatever winner was the strongest.
God, I love the soldier. I actually wanted to cosplay as him for like the longest time.
I told myself if I ever get a chance to go to like a Comic-Con or a convention as either as a VTuber or just generally as an artist there, I was gonna walk around with the TF2 cosplay, like a soldier cosplay, and just talk in that voice the entire time.
Oh my god, please do. Oh my god, actually, please fucking do.
And then if I see any other other VTubers while I'm there, like if they know me, I'm gonna go walking up to them like, "Listen up, maggot! Your content is great. You keep going on for what you do.
Listen here, there, maggot! Your content's great." God, like just imagine like time traveler moves a chair, the timeline, and I'm actually a drill sergeant.
Oh God,
that was going to be my future. That was actually going to be my future. And then I was like, and then I was like, nah, I can't do this because of just how dedicated you have to be to the military. But funny enough is I've actually kind of gotten the cosplay bug as of lately.
Yeah, cosplay is awesome, man.
Well, because so the cosplay that I want to do, I've already kind of put a lot of the expensive stuff on my throne, and I feel really bad about it. But I'm also like, I want this to be community funded, and that's this cosplay right here. So this is the Death Corps of Krieg.
Death Corps of Krieg.
Hang on, let me see here.
Hold on. Oh, that you pinged me. No, I'm just getting pinged by other servers. Oh, dang.
Yeah, so they are a loyalist, so they're loyalist members of the Astra Militarum. So basically they are World War I personified.
Damn.
So essentially what the Death Corps are is that in 40K, these people basically bombed their home world into literal nuclear Armageddon. And so they essentially are prolific in trench warfare. So they're literally like World War I.
Damn.
And they act kind of like World War I stormtroopers. And what they do is that they die in the name of the Emperor, but they also die for atonement because they're still trying to basically atone for their ancestors' sins of bombing their planet to hell because they stopped paying the Imperial tithe. Literally because they didn't want to pay taxes anymore. And so, and oh no, like
but we don't pay taxes.
Yeah, like the Kriegsmen are crazy. So like normally in the Astra Militarum, commissars tell their soldiers, keep moving, keep marching, or I will shoot you. For the Death Corps, the commissars have to protect the Death Corps from themselves. Because they will literally bayonet charge anything that doesn't scream for the Emperor. And they also, you see that spear right there? That they use? That's tipped with a grenade, by the way. That is a grenade-tipped spear. And, what?
That doesn't sound safe.
Oh, no, they do this while on horseback.
That doesn't even sound. That's even worse.
Oh, also their horses. Their horses eat meat. Yeah.
Are these guys just? Are these guys just insane? I'm
Yes.
not
Yes,
gonna
they
lie. These
are.
sound like a.
Yes. Yes, they are actually. Like,
That makes perfect sense.
literally, the commissars have to worry about the Kriegsmen shooting them if they retreat.
I see.
Yeah. Literally, they're more of like the Kriegsmen's wranglers, just to make sure that they don't go too crazy. They also don't really show fear all that much. And they love to just go in there with las guns. If not that, then they will pull out their e-tools and just kill you with that. If not their chain blade, which is just a giant chainsaw sword. It sounds badass, but that's a common hand-to-hand weapon in 40k is a chainsaw sword.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I the more I look at these guys, and the more you give me like lore on this thing, I just think of the pyro from TF2.
They kind of are, because like they do arm themselves with flamethrowers. Like, it's just so weird when I tell this to people, because they're literally space World War I Germans. But they're loyalists. They're insanely loyal. They are incorruptible. Like, they cannot fall to chaos.
Oh God.
Yeah, they cannot fall to chaos.
They sound boring.
No, they're actually kind of crazy, because there's a story, and I bring this up a lot during the stream, because it just personifies just how batshit nuts these guys are. And they're all clones, too. They're all vat grown. And most of them are probably no older than like 15. They're kind of like just kids. But there's a story where a world did not want to pay the Imperial tithe. They're like, we don't want to pay our taxes. So the Imperium sent some delegates and the Death Corps of Krieg. Do you know what happened?
So what happened?
So the Hive world, or the Hive city, decided to hang the delegates from the entrance of the Hive city. The Death Corps were like, okay, that's cool. Okay, we're going to go to the mountains real quick. And hold up here real quick. And it's like, wait, why? Don't worry about it. And then in the mountains, they decided to roll in their cannons and just bombard the city. And if anybody decides to run out, fleeing the bombardment, they just shoot them. Men, women, children, they don't care. If you try to flee that city, you are shot. And do you want to know how long the bombardment lasted?
How long? Sorry.
7 years. They razed this Hive city to the ground over the course of 7 years. And then another, I think, 5 to 10 years just to make sure the rubble was in rubble. Yeah, you don't fuck with the Kriegsmen. You don't fuck with these guys. And, yeah, I've always wanted to cosplay these guys for, like, the longest time, because they are, like, my favorite faction in the, Astra Militarum. Like, I kid you not, every, like, branch of the, Astra Militarum is based off of something. So, like, the Armageddon, I think it's, like, the Armageddon, Armor Corps or something like that. They're based off of World War II Germans. You have the desert, like, you have, like, a branch that's specified to fight in the desert. They're based on, like, Arabian Nights. You have, like, ones that are based off of the French from, like, the 1700s. You have the Catachan Jungle Fighters, which are based off of Vietnam and Rambo. Like, it's so cool. And their outfit is expensive. Like, half of the stuff is very expensive, but like just the clothing alone, you basically are buying clothing for like a World War One reenactment. Because a lot of their gear is literally just the stuff they wore in World War One. And I want to get this, and I want to get the sergeant mask for my cosplay, which is just the skull mask that goes on their gas mask. Hey Dragon, how you doing? But yeah, that is like my dream cosplay, or one of my dream cosplays, is the Death Corps of Krieg. And
Pretty cool to see.
And I've had people want to like have me guard their booths at like conventions.
Walking through London MCM to meet.
Just imagine this walking along the con floor to your booth. Like, and the funny thing is, like, I don't even really have to learn how to, like, do, like, military marches. I already know how to do them. A lot of the stuff that people do, I'm like, I do that on the daily. I am trained to do that. Although, I had to train myself on how to, like, like, I went the whole 9 yards. Like, I've even learned how to properly salute like that. Because normally, whenever I salute, I just naturally salute like a U.S. military soldier. Which is, your knife hand is parallel to the marching surface. I'm doing good. Right now, we're just talking about cosplaying before we get to playing Skyrim. And I'm showing my friend Jay here the amazingness that is the Death Corps of Krieg. That is a flamethrower that this man is armed with. That's a flamethrower. So there you go. There you go. There's your full World War One right there. Instead of screaming for the Kaiser, you're just screaming for the Emperor.
Oh, the Emperor!
Which is funny because there have been times where the Death Corps have actually been terrified. One of them was from my favorite Space Marine chapter. They scared the shit out of them. Also, I always like tell people, like, get into 40k, it's really good. There's literally like a chapter for everybody. Hell, there's even like oh my god, I don't care. Yeah, there's even like a chapter of Space Marines based off of Maori warriors. No, no, like you think I'm kidding. No, there is literally a chapter called the Karkar.
No, I don't think you're kidding. I kind of guessed it. I'm just like thinking it's funny.
Well, and it's funny because it falls under what I like to call the 40k redundancy name. Where it's basically just the scientific name for whatever they're based off of. Oh, wait, hang on real quick. Hang on. Give me a second here. Okay. Yeah, so, like, you know what the Shark Space Marine chapter are called?
I do not.
The Carcharodons.
I mean, that makes sense.
No, like, there's one that's worse. There's one that is worse.
I mean, the reason why it makes sense because Carcharodons mean shark tooth.
Yeah.
So.
No, like, they're literally called the Carcharodons, and they are based on sharks and Maori warriors. Let me ask you, do you want to know, like, so there is a chapter of Space Marines called the Raven Guard. Oh, hang on. Give me a second here. So, uh-oh.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Oh.
No, like you just went mute for like half a second, so I was like, uh-oh.
Oh no, it's because there's a dog barking and I didn't want you to pick that up on your stream.
Oh no, you're fine. No, so there is a chapter of Space Marines called the Raven Guard. And you want to know what the name of their Primarch, their leader, their Gene Father, you know what he's called?
What?
Corvus Corax. You know,
So he's named after a bird.
yeah, his name literally just means Raven Raven. Like the common raven. I mean, like, it's not as bad as Ferrus Manus. He's the Primarch of the Iron Hands chapter of Space Marines. Jay, do you want to know what the Latin name for Iron Hands is?
What?
Ferrus Manus.
That sounds about right.
Ferrus Manus is named after, literally the Iron Hands chapter is literally just Ferrus Manus' name in English. Like, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. But this is why I love 40k, just because of just how fucking ridiculous it can be. We're gonna do Skyrim. But yeah, so like, I wanted to play Oblivion, but I don't have the money to play Oblivion, so we're playing Skyrim instead.
Understandable.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, cash a little bit on that Skyrim hype, or that Bethesda Elder Scrolls hype. I'm just saying. Alright, so let me do this real quick. Uh-oh. Hang on, give me a second here, because this game's being a little stinky. Because it hasn't been interfaced that well. Because it's an old game, and I really wish that they would just sit there and integrate this shit properly, but no, we can't have that. Dovahkiin, what a little sparring, what a diving, what a fool, what a vachas fall, have you known a gran, what a zonzi drosan, Dovahkiin, varhin, ogahem mudral. Yeah, I know the whole fucking lyrics to this game, by the way. Sorry, I'm in my zone. This is actually like one of the games I used to play religiously when I was younger. I'm just gonna shrink you down. This is actually one of the games I used to like. This is actually like one of the games I played when I first started off streaming. So we kind of come full circle. Nice. Let's see how well this turns out. I will say this though. So there's a voice actor in this game that I always tell people because it blows everybody's mind when they first hear it. Also, this is gonna get very fucking loud. I'm just gonna let you all know in advance. I am sorry. Do you want me to tell you the voice actor, or you just want to figure it out yourself, Jay?
I'm not listening to your stream, so I can't really.
Okay. No, so, there's no way I can pause this. Yeah, so, hang on, let me see if I can... Oh, perfect. Oh, thank God. Exits. Let's do settings. Audio, master. Hey, Hollow, how you doing?
Ugh.
There, perfect, there we go. Yeah, so, there is a voice actor in this game that voices a dragon. And, you want to know who the voice actor is?
Finally awake.
Who?
Charles Martinet.
Across the border, right?
I figured that. Wait, you already said that.
Yeah, I know. It blows my fucking mind every single time. The voice of fucking Mario voices a dragon in this game.
Empire was nice. If they hadn't been looking for you, I could stolen that horse.
That is always so surprising every time, like, you know of a voice actor in real, like a voice actor and a voice a character, you normally don't get this, like, hear him do the range of that voice.
Yeah, and it's just so funny too.
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric, the Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they've captured you... Oh gods, where are they
Oh,
taking
the
us?
dragon. Yes, the dragon.
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey,
Oh, but it is happening, my
village are
friend.
you
You're gonna
from,
die.
horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
I don't know. Like, I always play an Argonian, but like, I'm like halfway tempted to play as a Nord. But like, I don't know. I like being an Argonian. It's fun.
Divines, please help.
Have you ever played this game before?
I have not.
It's fun.
General Tullius, the military governor.
I've heard, like,
It's like the down
a lot of reviews on it.
damn elves.
Yeah, it's actually
They
pretty
had
good.
something to do with this.
Let's see here. Remasters are a concept invented by the Jedi. Well, in my opinion, the Jedi are evil.
This is Helgen. I used to
It
be sweet on a
Matt
curve.
Mercer, if I had a
Wonder if
guess.
Elod is still making
Oh yeah, the voice
juniper
actor.
berries mixed in. Funny, when I was a boy,
The Jedi were the ones who originally came with the concept of death. What?
You know what's funny?
Where are they going?
The Jedi can learn Force healing.
Yeah.
So Anakin really didn't have to turn to the dark side. He could have been like, "Hey, can you teach me how to heal shit?"
You didn't even know because they don't really talk about what they can and cannot do. And technically, that's a skill reserved for the masters, I believe.
Yeah, and Anakin's the chosen one. Well, I don't know. Like, do you think Anakin's the chosen one, or do you think Luke is the chosen one?
Luke's the chosen one for sure. Well, there's a lot of theories that go behind it. There's a theory that suggests that Anakin was the chosen one, but he was just to instigate the change in the Jedi. Because the Jedi kind of no longer did what they were supposed to, they were supposed to be the order across the galaxy. Like, their
Yeah.
main job is to help keep the balance between the light and dark side of the Force. They're not really supposed to take sides. The problem with the Jedi, right before the fall of the Empire, like the fall of the Republic, was that the Jedi were starting to pick sides. Like, they were becoming corrupt. They were becoming one-sided. They were not really doing what they were supposed to do, which was to initiate peace between people. They were supposed to be, like, neutral and everything.
Yeah.
But after a while, they kind of stopped being neutral, and then essentially, how do I say this? Became too into themselves. Like, they were becoming more like, hey, we're gonna be the peacekeepers of the galaxy. Like, they were generally trying to become more than what they were supposed to be.
Yeah. So, like, basically, the Jedi kind of got a little, I would say probably a little weak and a little bit corrupted by the time the fall happened, basically.
Yep. And the problem was also due to the fact that the dark force needs the dark side of the force needed to be around too, because in order to keep balance, you both need light and dark side of the force.
Right.
And when the Jedi kind of eradicated the Sith, or I say eradicated, didn't really eradicate anything, they kind of, like, ruined the balance, because without true balance is to make you have to take the good with the evil.
Right.
There is no such thing as good prevails over evil, or evil prevails over good.
wait,
It
there we
has
go.
to be a balance. And that's why Ahsoka kind of left the Jedi Order, because she saw that this was something that she didn't like.
Well, yeah, because they've basically just kind of just become decadent and degraded, and they're by the time they fell, it was just like a shell of what they used to be.
Yeah.
They
And
relied too heavily
she-
on like the Republic instead of just relying on themselves.
Well, it's not that. The Republic relied too much on them. Like they were becoming
true.
not peacekeepers, but they were becoming soldiers themselves.
Yeah, because they kind of
Because-
they kind of lost their way by the end of it.
Yep. So during the Clone Wars was kind of the pinnacle part of this, because it actually started to show that the Jedi are no longer peacekeepers, but became generals, leaders of the armies and everything.
Yeah, they kind of became the very things that they weren't supposed to be.
Yeah. And that kind of fed into Lord Sidious's whole plan, which was that, oh, the Jedi are becoming too full of themselves. We need to disrupt them. We need to become the Dark Force again.
Also, I'm trying to base this off of a T-Rex. What would you say the nose height should be?
Big and high.
So, like, right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. But yeah, oh god, no, not that long. Wait, should it be that long? That looks
Yeah, Tyrannosaurus had a really long snout.
that's kind of funny, though.
Maybe
Yeah,
a little smaller. Yeah,
little-
make it a little smaller.
a little bit. So, right there?
I guess. Yeah, that works right there.
Jaw width, so we'll make it max out on jaw width. Jaw height.
You gotta get them jowls. You gotta get the jowls, my friend.
Well, what should I do for jaw height? Should it be all the way up? Should it be all the way down?
It should be down.
So, like, right there?
Yeah, you gotta look like you have the muscles.
Jaw forward. Should be right there.
Should be about the same distance as the top jaw. So
Let's see here. What do I do for jaw width? Okay, yeah, so right there. So he's got big old fucking chompers.
yeah.
Then let's do cheekbone height. So probably right there. Cheekbone width, because he's got a big fat skull.
Yeah.
Cheek color. We'll do. But yeah, no, like that's. And honestly, that's kind of like an insidious way of like toppling the Jedi, because he knew that right now the Jedi were weak by the end of the Clone Wars.
Yes. They were like. And then, of course, the Jedi Order was full of betrayers and people seeking power themselves.
Yeah, because like there was Punkrell.
Yeah. There were
Well, no, because
filled with- there were
Punkrell
Jedi.
kind of like got a warped vision of like what will happen to the Republic.
A lot of the Jedi also were kind of like forced into their roles too. The only ones who probably would not have been forced was probably Yoda. Yoda was the only one that kind of like was not. Granted, though, the species Yoda is, they live for a very long time, so he kind of saw this was coming.
Yeah.
But he doesn't believe in like changing things. He believes in like letting things play out because he is an old guy. Like he's an old member of his race.
Yeah, and then like hell, like even Grogu's just a baby, and yet Grogu's like a forehead color. Oh, there we go. Yeah,
50.
yeah, Grogu's just a baby, but even then, like he's like 50.
Yeah.
That's kind of nuts.
He could still like he understands things. The problem is he can't communicate with it.
Yeah, because again, he still has the mindset of a baby.
Yeah, little baby Grogu.
Oh God. I've seen shit.
Oh,
My God, the drugs are kicking in. I like how with the Argonians, it's either like traditional stereotypical reptilian eyes or wigging the fuck out on some kind of drugs.
I am totally high right now.
And then there's this. Just pure I'm blind.
Alice! Alice!
I can't see.
Where's my...
I forgot. That's the voice of Master Roshi, right?
Yeah, it's like, where's my super suit? Oh, here we go.
If you got two different characters mixed up.
I did, yeah.
Master.
Although
Dang,
that,
damn it.
although
You think I'm...
honestly
Sorry.
though, like that'd be kind of funny, like just to hear Master Roshi talk like Frozen, just like, where's my super suit?
It wouldn't be super suit. It'd be, where's my shell?
Where's my turtle shell? Where's my super shell?
Yeah, I gotta go beat up Saiyans.
Wait, there we go. So he's got high brows, brow width. There we go. We kind of made a T-Rex. Yeah, you know, fuck it. We'll add some spikes on his brows just for the hell of it. Congrats, we just made a T-Rex. Mouth height. Mouth forward. Chin width. Chin length. Chin forward. So we'll do... that looks about right. Hair. We'll do... wait, hold on. What's the difference here? Oh, horns. Horns and feathers. We'll do... you know, we'll do feathers. Fuck it. And mine are red. There we go. We made me. I'm totally going to save Skyrim, and I'm totally not going to go and terrorize everybody. I'm totally...
Oh, yeah. And,
huh?
a dinosaur Ungorian.
It could happen. I mean...
I
like in, I think like in Elder Scrolls RAWR Squared. Thank you. Like, it looks good, doesn't it? But, I think like in Elder Scrolls lore, there are like Argonians that are basically just like giant like dinosaurs and giant like crocodiles.
I'll take your word for it because I honestly don't.
And then we'll do Grarl.
Are you a relative of one of the Riften dockworkers, Argonian? Captain.
What's that supposed to mean?
He's not on the list.
You know, I'm starting to think that the Nords are a little racist.
By your orders, Captain.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
you think?
We'll make sure your remains are returned to Black Marsh.
There's not tons of lore about them actually being racist.
I mean, like, look, in Skyrim, you'll learn that even the dragons are fucking racist.
Or boomers.
It's like...
we had to go to school. Was uphill. Both ways.
Murder his king and usurp his throne.
Dragonborn,
Sorry.
you must learn that we dragons had to go to school up a hill both ways on a Monday.
And restore the peace.
We had to walk it. Because we are the dragons of dragons.
It's nothing.
What was that? Oh, that was just my indigestion, my bad.
Give them their last rites.
You have
As we commend
nothing
your
I
souls to Aetherius,
accept.
blessings of the eight divines.
Sorry, that was my
2% off on all luxury items at Menards.
Also, I just want to sit here and say that this stream is sponsored by HLJ. Completely forgot about that.
I haven't got all morning.
It is the #1 hobby store in the world for Japanese products and imports. And the best thing about HLJ is that all of it comes straight from Japan, straight from the source. And if you use my direct code, don't be like this guy. Get your stuff from HLJ.
Is that really your
So what?
code?
No, I don't
Is
have
that
a
your
code.
code?
No, I have no, if you use my link directly, it will take you directly to HLJ. So if you use !HLJ, it'll give you a link where it'll take you directly there.
Next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
That's
no,
cool.
no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Hey, how you doing, buddy? I'm good. We could talk about this, right? Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
Don't start losing your heads, man.
What do you see?
What do you see? Oh, I don't know that.
Is it a mat? Is it a fly?
You know what's funny?
Is it a plane?
You know what's actually kind of funny about the dragons?
Yeah.
Technically speaking, they're not breathing fire.
Are they breathing hot gas?
No, they're just yelling. Like, so when a dragon shouts, it is magic. So when they're breathing fire, they're literally using a type of shout. So basically two dragons yelling at. So basically, when two dragons are fighting, they're yelling at each other.
Okay, now I just imagine that weird meme where it's like, "Who are you? What? What's your name? What is your name? Ezekiel."
Honestly,
Fuck you,
yes.
Ezekiel.
You're doing great.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah. Or it's just like, "Good morning, my neighbors. Hey, fuck you. Yes, yes. Fuck you too."
Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense.
No, I think we can just feed the boy to the dragon. I mean, that usually kind of works. Oh, I thought I could loot him.
Stay close to the wall.
Oh, fuck you. I'll do what I want. Ow! Okay, okay, never mind. I'll stay close to the wall. Fuck you. Back in my day, knights were noble strongmen, but now women folk can be knights, saving the princess and sometimes the prince with their muscular toned bodies. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with muscle mommies. Yeah, see, that's a shout. That's FUS-ROH-RAWR. FUS. Well, technically, FUS-ROH-RAWR is like 3 different shouts put together. So you have like FUS-ROH and then Da.
Let's go.
FUS-ROH-RAWR.
So like the basic form of that is just FUS, which is push.
Bring us of the end times. We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
Yeah, thanks, asshole.
There you go. Take a look around. There should plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something.
Yeah, fuck you. Empty. See, the problem though is that like there are some races in this game where you can actually just where they come with like claws. The Khajiit are one of those. You know what's actually kind of funny about the Khajiit there, Jay? You know what's actually kind of funny about him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about him? So Khajiit are cat people, basically. And, well, no. So with the Khajiit, their whole entire identity is based off of like the faces of, like, I think it's like the faces of the moon, because there are some Khajiit that look like house cats, that straight up look like small fluffy house cats, and they're just human. They're basically like the equivalent of like people with dwarfism.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this, and I really hope no one gets offended by this. This is all starting to sound like a lot of like D&D.
Well, yeah, because a lot of it does take inspiration from D&D.
Because right now you're going on a journey. Because you just got done dealing with like an event. You gotta attack them.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. Apparel.
There.
Boots, Imperial light armor. Wait, hang on. 25. Actually, we'll get rid of that. We'll do light armor and then fur boots. Get rid of that. There we go. And then let's see. What build? You know, I want to do a strength build. So, hammer.
Hammer this way.
Yeah. You know, sometimes and also it's a very T-Rex coded weapon. If you really think about it.
Very interesting. I'm looking for like a
Well, they're
base.
fucking dead.
Yeah, they're just dead. You got yourself a it's Warhammer.
Yeah, a Warhammer 40K. Die.
You just got to beat up the dragon now.
It's like, now you got me to worry about, motherfucker. Oh! Oh! That had to hurt. You know what? Just for good measure. There we go. I really wish you could, like, dismantle people like you could in Fallout.
That would be interesting.
I would spend hours just cutting people up in this game. My god, I sound fucking psychotic.
You do. Also, I will be right back.
All right. Chad, I think I might be a little psychotic. People have every right to fear me.
Done then. This way.
Okay. What is... Oh, here we go. That's fine.
If I can just stand up.
What are you doing?
Oops.
I wanted the ground.
No one. Looks like there's something in this cave.
What do we have? There we go. Nah. Actually, you know what? Hang on. There we go. Ooh, an axe. There we go. Alright, let me see, what do we have in here? Yeah, I know how to lockpick. There we go, alright. You know what, we'll get you out of here, buddy. We're gonna get you out of here. There you go, out of the way, please. Let's see, anything in here? Nope. Anything in here? Nope. Wait, can I dismember people? Let me see here. Can I switch to a... even better. Even better. Alright, let me see if I can I chop off his head? I'm a little upset that I can't dismember this man. And I shouldn't... And I'm taking, like, great pleasure in doing that, too. And I should not be. Alright, what do we have in here?
Alright, we've returned.
You missed me, like, trying to dismember a body. And got, like, actually kind of bummed out that I couldn't dismember the body. And I'm like, you know, I shouldn't be taking pleasure in trying to, like, dismember, you know, a dead NPC. But I am, and I really shouldn't. I think I might have some issues.
That does sound like a lot of issues.
It does. It all started when I was 9 years old. I loved Shrek so much, I had all the merchandise. Also, why am I finding, like, coins inside of skeletons?
Why not?
Where do they keep it?
This way.
Where do they put
In
their
their,
coins? Is it in their heads?
Obviously in the prison pocket.
What prison pocket? They're bones!
Where in oblivion
Well, they must have been in there when they died.
Ooh, wait.
Give me a minute. Let me think.
Okay, Ian, you're gonna die. Also, I found a better weapon for me.
And that is... Oh, an axe.
An axe.
What is that? An axe? An axe? No!
Oh, hey. Oops, my bad.
Well, that guy's got an axe too.
He's got a real axe to grind, doesn't he? You know what? Actually, I'll take that. Can I dual wield him? Oh my god, if I could dual wield this, that'd be great. Equipped. I can't, and I'm upset now.
Build up your strength first.
I'm upset now. I can't. What? What did I do? Nah.
I think you gotta build up your strength.
Probably.
I'll make you.
You got to build your strength, young Graro. You must get stronger. But simply... To be honest, I don't even know what else to say about it.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna eat them. Just bite their heads off.
Oh, wait. No. Dragon said, you know what you did.
Oh, I know what I did, but I don't know what I did. And let me take your shit. I want to take his arrows though. He's got a nice quiver of arrows, and I can't take it. There we go.
The longbow. And you got gauntlets now.
Yes, baby.
Fear me, for I am the ultimate warrior.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. I'm unstoppable, I'm unstoppable, motherfuckers. I'm gonna take your coin purse. You're not gonna need it anymore. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Ooh, what's over here? What is over here?
Hero.
Oh, nothing. Now, I have been told that the combat system in this game, if I remember correctly, is a little jank. And after hearing about that, I'm like, okay, I can kind of see it. Because apparently, they based the combat system in this game off the gunplay from Fallout New Vegas. Which I can kind of see. I can kind of see that. Which makes me really curious on like how the Oblivion remake is.
Oh, that's gonna be an interesting thing. Are they just gonna be repackage the old assets?
Spiders!
Or are they actually gonna go full on detail? Can wield the axes.
I've been poisoned. Oh, I haven't, man. I'm an Argonian. I'm immune to poison, bitches.
But those are frostbite spiders. Also, are they based on camel spiders?
I think so, yes.
Well, someone got caught.
Yeah, I think a few people have. Wait, what's in the website? Oh, skeever. Skeevers are basically like rats, essentially. Just big, giant fucking rats.
So you just killed their pest control.
And I taken their eggs too. I can use them for alchemy, but I never really use alchemy because I never do like magic build. So I just kind of keep their eggs and eat them.
I just don't know. They must taste gooey.
I would imagine because, you know, they're spider eggs. Oh, over here. This way.
This looks like the way.
Yeah, because I think everyone stopped trying to kill us, so... Ooh, potion of minor health. That's good. That's always a good rule of thumb to grab. This game has also, like, taught me just to, like, loot everything that you kill. Okay, cool. Nah, we're gonna bludgeon this thing to death. There we go. I am the worst, like, stealthiest person ever. It's like, shh, there's a bear over there. Cool, just charge him with a hammer. You were saying? Wait, am I stuck? No, okay. Yeah, it's like, you were saying about that bear? They just took care of it. One hammer to the head kind of took care of it. So pretty. No. That is Alduin,
Looks like he's gone for good this time.
the firstborn
I
of
don't think we should stick around
Akatosh.
to see if he comes back.
There's a dragon.
Down from Harry's Riverwood. My uncle's the black.
Also, how do you feel about, like, the dragons, like, that are based off of, like, wyverns? You know, the ones that have, like, 2 legs and 2 arms?
Made it without your help today.
I don't mind it. I think that's more biologically correct due to the fact that hexapodid animals are not really a natural thing in nature.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's a fantasy world.
Yeah, but at the same time, I can see why people get a little bent out of shape when it says like they're fantasy dragons. But at the same time, I kind of like it. It gives it a little flair of originality when they do these type of dragons.
Yeah, because, like, I remember back in the day, people were kind of, like, having, like, full-blown debates on whether or not the dragons in Skyrim are technically dragons or wyverns.
Could really use someone like you.
That's another thing that bothers me. It kind of is stupid to make this entire assumption because we don't know what dragons actually look like because there's been so many depictions of them. The
True.
original word for dragon comes from Draco, which means viper in not a viper, snake in Latin.
Yeah.
And wyvern is in Latin, comes from wyver,
which is Latin for viper. So,
Yeah, so they're-
they are. They're terminologies that originally just came from Latin and they're like designed around these ideas.
There we go. Right,
And then Drake
there's-
was lizard.
Yeah, so there's like different like interpretations of like European dragons. I think that's kind of like the most common debated one is just like the European dragon, the one that's like the hexapodal, because like we have hexapodal dragons in European like folklore and artwork.
Well, not always.
Not always, but some.
So the only ones that generally use the hexapodal dragon is the United Kingdoms, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Most dragon depictions from Spain all over Europe depict them as two-legged animals with little small wings.
Right, right.
And heck, not even the United Kingdoms used that terminology for a while. It wasn't until the griffin, like the emblem of the lion and griffin came to be, that we started using the dragon, the hexapodal dragon.
Well, I think that also, I think like mostly, I think it came from like the Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah.
Oh hi.
The Sax.
Oh hi. You're all gonna die.
The Saxons were. You're all gonna die. The Saxons were the ones who originally brought forward the idea of the hexapodal like lifestyle, because Saxons kind of derive a lot of their roots from both Hebrew descents, because griffins are also Hebrewic, like they came from Hebrew.
Yeah, like a lot of our folklore come from like Hebrewic and other forms of like ancient civilization mythology.
And also, a little tidbit here: dragon is actually another term for devil. So a lot of times the term, like the actual like demonization of a dragon often refers to a demon or devil. And back then, devils were often seen with two horns, a pointed tail, like a sharp tail, spear-like tail, and wings.
Right.
So
let me see here. So we'll do.
There's a whole reasoning behind it.
Yeah, and like personally, like I don't mind either way, really. Nah, we don't want to wait. Also, do you want to see what happens if you kill a chicken in this game?
A whole bunch of chickens attack you.
My bad.
Uncle Halvor, hello.
That's what happens.
I'm watching your stream, so there's gonna be some time.
Man, just gotta.
Oh, everyone attacks you!
Yeah, all because I killed a chicken.
Oh my god, they don't. That's funny.
It's nothing.
I think some of these are. Oh, yep, he's dead. Ow. Yeah, hi. And I think he's a... Oh, nope, I'm dead. Oops.
Bones. What happened to you?
Oops. Well, that's what happens when you kill a chicken in this game. Wait, what happens if I... Can I steal the cabbage? Oh, wait, no, I could just take the cabbage. Yo, we're eating like fucking kings tonight. You know why? Because we got so many fucking cabbages.
Keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
He's a
Throw that wagon.
Saved my
It's like, who is this? Yeah, yeah. Say it. Say it. Who's this lizard? Say it.
Okay, okay, come inside.
Say it, Norseman.
Say it. Say it with your chest, Norseman. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, you dirty looking Fabio.
Dirty.
Look at you in your fucking apron. You see the prejudice I get around here? I will have you know I am not a lizard, thank you.
Yeah.
Lizards don't have feathers. I have feathers. You know what's actually funny?
He's a. What's funny?
So you know how like birds are dinosaurs, right?
Yep.
And how some birds, some avian dinosaurs can't fly, right?
Yeah.
So would that mean like non-avian dinosaurs are just a bunch of flightless birds? I mean, if you really think about it. If
we're gonna go into this entire spiel, I have to like tell you otherwise.
Well, I know that, but like I have a friend of mine. She calls me a fucking chicken all the time.
I feel so bad for you because the idea is that avian dinosaurs are essentially the birds. But the reason why we kind of tell that because it's due to the fact that how their lineage was made. You could tell the difference between an avian dinosaur and a non-avian dinosaur is based upon like the hip placement.
Yeah, look at my fucking hips. Look at my fucking hips. My hips are fucking great. What does that say?
You got a slutty waist?
I do have a slutty waist. Look at this man. You see this man right here? This man's got a slutty waist too. If I just take off all my clothes, I have a slutty waist. My slut waist transcends. My slut waist transcends throughout all forms of media. Look at this. Look at this man's slut waist. In his home country, that is a slut waist right there.
In my home country, I am technically a slut.
Look at this man. The man here is peak reptilian physique. Like, you know, just for
look
that.
at the bicep and triceps and deltoids.
I'm just gonna strut. I'm just gonna strut. Kid, don't worry. Oh, you know, I forgot that there's a kid in here. Oops. Don't worry.
Not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened.
Don't worry about the naked lizard in the room. Who's just wearing boots.
Of course.
Cancel.
Cancel, yes, cancel me. I am waiting. This is also my graduation stream, everybody. I'm just letting you all know that because after this, I'm going to be canceled. Wait, just for that, we're going to coyote ugly this shit. No, I'm locked in the conversation naked. Thank you.
No! I feel bad for the dragon. He got an ad for femboys.
To send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Honestly, I don't know if that's a VTuber thing. That might be just a
I'm glad to help in any way I can. Help yourself.
I've been watching too many VTubers. I'm getting ads to achieve the femboy look. Wait, what?
Oh yeah, femboy fitness. The thing's been trending on like you'll see like ads for it on Twitter.
Just keep going.
Wait, really? I've never heard of femboy fitness. Well, then again, like sometimes I'm like I wish I was a femboy, but at the same time I'm like I'm far too masculine and far too bulky to be a femboy.
Yeah, I can believe that. It's just funny because it's like. The only reason why it appears is mostly because people like absorb a lot of content of like femboys and VTubers.
Yeah, well, because like a lot of male VTubers, and again, not all, but like a lot of male VTubers are very femboy coded.
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or
I know a femboy VTuber.
Who can blame
I do too. I know several.
But I've no doubt he'll
I only know one.
Is it me?
No traitor.
Is it me?
No, I'm gonna be honest. It's not you. It's actually a different VTuber.
Of course.
They're not even a dinosaur.
Always been part of the Empire.
I'm not a dinosaur. Wait, what?
That doesn't mean I support
No, not you, girl.
Lords have never been fair weather friends.
It's another person.
It's like,
They are literally a boy from space.
okay, that's pretty femboy coded.
Their name is literally spelled
I
like
forget
Space
you're
Boy.
new to Skyrim.
Space boy.
Jarl Ellis, if I should say.
Space Boy.
Though only because
I
he
love
was
that.
married to Jarl Torig when he
They
was
genuinely love that.
Ulfric murdered Torig.
It's funny.
walked
They're
away
a good
with
friend of
vows
mine,
solitude and killed him.
and they've been picking up streaming again lately. So
If you
it's
believe
funny.
the
Like,
stories.
talk to him
That's
about
what
stuff
started
because
this whole war.
he is
The
technically a
Empire
femboy.
couldn't ignore
Wait,
that.
hold up. Wait, speaking of femboys, we're gonna do Coyote Ugly Saloon this shit, motherfucker.
Make yourselves at home. Good day.
Ooh, yeah, ooh, ah, yeah. Look at my moves. Look at my moves. You like my moves? Take it your cabbage, by the way.
Nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Listen,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to lay up here for a while.
In front of my
You can make
cat,
your
my
own way to
salad.
It's like really, really lizard in front of my cabbage that you just stole. Here, have a leak.
For those who remember that meme, I'm happy.
Da 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 ba dibby dibby da 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 da. God, I am a fucking jackass in this game.
Yeah, jackass.
There you go. Here you go. You look a little rotund there, buddy. Here, have a leak. I hear this is a superfood in Skyrim. Also, I'm stealing your bread.
I hope I'll see you in solitude.
Hang on,
Good luck.
my dog's whining. Hang on, give me a second here.
He left me. He left me. I don't know what to talk about. I'm a weirdo here. I mean, hello everybody. Graro's away at the moment, thinking about like trying to get his dogs wrangled in a little bit. I hope you all enjoy the time while we sit here and just talk about random stuff. Is he just slowly turning his camera, or is that just an idle thing in Elder Scrolls? Because if it is just an idle thing, that's kind of cool. Gives you like a, but I think it would be better if it was like a slow turn instead of being like this very fast turn. Imagine if these people get like a visitor out of nowhere, and then he's just they come along. Oh my god, this is a really like a really good Agorian
statue. Taxidermy. Where'd you get it from? Next you know it, you see the thing move. Hunted Igorian! He has risen from the dead. He has risen, baby girl. Anyways, how is everyone today? Have you all enjoyed your Tuesday? Anything grand happened to you all? Anything of worth noted? Or was it just a normal day in the neighborhood? I like to know how people's days are, because everyone has their own unique story, their own unique way of life. Tell me your stories, chat. Fill my ears with possibilities of new lives.
If not, I'm just gonna be sitting here just rambling to myself.
Also, those deer have really tiny arms compared to their bodies. Except for that one next to the fireplace. That one's kind of like a... looks like an Irish elk.
What's an Irish elk?
The deer on mat melted on the fireplace.
Oh, yeah, the Megaloceros.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of prehistoric animals in this game.
I figured.
Like the
anything that revolved.
like the saber tooth and the mammoth.
I've seen like clips of it. I was just rambling about like how if anyone walked in and they saw you just standing there still, they would think you're like a taxidermy.
Taxidermy Argonian.
Argonian. Thank you. Argonian. And they'd be like, how did you get this Argonian? Next thing you know, you blink. That's Argonian.
I like how they're just like make yourselves at home, and I'm literally just taking all their shit. I'm halfway tempted.
Halfway tempted to what?
Do something.
I saw you steal that.
I didn't steal anything, kid.
Hey, hands off. Leave me alone.
Kill the kid! Get her! Get her! Ah!
It's just a child.
He's just
I saw too much.
Do your worst.
Okay.
This ends now.
Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead and kill me. Alright, that was worth it.
Scare them off.
Alright, that was worth it. Should I do it again? Wait, hold up. Yeah, and you're not. It's freedom.
Are you arguing with an NPC?
I am. She's like, you're naked. It's like, yeah, and? So what? Wait, hold up.
What are you doing that for?
There we go. Oldest trick in the fucking book in this game. So you know why I'm doing this, right?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't.
Okay, so in Skyrim, if you put a basket, a bowl, or something over their heads, it actually blocks their view.
Yeah, I figured that. I'm just finding it like I didn't watch what you were doing until you came back, and I was like, oh shit, you're gonna put a basket. Now I'm thinking of it. You're gonna probably put a basket on someone's head.
Don't worry about me. Here, honey, you look beautiful. Ah, nope. Put on the basket. There you go. Oh my god, you're gorgeous.
Oh my god, you're just gorgeous.
Shut
I'm
up,
done
kid.
with that bit.
It's like, shut up, kid. Here you go.
Papa says I'm too friendly with strangers, but you seem alright.
There we go. And nothing of value was taken. See? See what I mean?
My father is Alvor, the Black.
Nothing of great lost.
I'm his assistant.
Right.
I mean apprentice.
Nothing of value was lost.
Nope. Not at all. Totally didn't steal anything, chat. Chat, I didn't steal anything.
Yep.
Let's take the... No, we'll go for the... Oh, take the gauntlets. Wait, I can take the gauntlets, but not the chest armor.
Yep.
Are you serious?
You have to have some restrictions.
Yeah, but like, that's kind of weird.
You say that,
Can't wait to kill another
but the game
of
didn't
these
think it's
boys.
weird.
Oh, ha, oh, ha, oh, ha. Alright, you know what? Actually, you know, just for that, just because you're all a bunch of assholes, I'm gonna take your plate.
A plate?
I'm gonna take their plate, yeah.
To be fair, that'd probably be good when you're on the travel on the road, man.
Yeah, I don't want to get my food dirty.
Yeah. But you're gonna have to find a place to wash it a lot.
Nah, it builds character.
It builds character. Just run some dirt into it. It builds character.
Yeah, it builds character.
That is a terrible advice to give anyone.
Nah. Wait, clean the house for a bit. Had to work a few hours, come back. In a turkey, poutine. Watching a few times. You know, I've never had poutine.
That's good.
Is it?
I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's good.
What?
But I tell you, I saw a dragon.
You know what, lady? We'll send you to Sovngarde.
Help! I'm being attacked.
We're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
And nothing of value was lost.
Except this.
Let's see here. There we go. And then we'll just hide the body. Where can we hide the body? Just
fire.
Just stuff it under the bed.
Can you put her in the chest?
There we go. Granny's sleeping.
Mom, where's Granny? I don't know, honey. But wherever she is, I hope she's happy. Laying unconscious under a bed.
It's so evil.
Yes, you are. You're the most evil man in the world.
There we go. Granny had too
You're
much.
also a dinosaur, so technically.
I am, yes. Also, Granny had too much to drink. I'm taking.
Grandma. Mom, Grandma won't wake up.
Granny went on an all-night bender.
She went on an all-night bender. There's nothing going on here. She's okay.
It's okay. Granny's okay. You know, nothing went wrong. Totally didn't just kill an innocent old lady.
I ain't innocent. I sold drugs to kids.
And nothing of value was lost. I'm gonna laugh if I actually...
Nothing of value.
Huh?
I said no.
Nothing of value was lost. You got that right.
Just an old
What are you
lady.
going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this.
Just head out, lady.
I want. Hi, I want to steal your cheese. Is that okay? Can I steal your cheese, sir?
And you're just gonna steal their cheese? That's probably like rare shit too.
Nah, cheese is pretty common.
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing.
How common we talking about, bub?
You can find cheese literally everywhere. Even mammoth cheese.
You could. I've got some
I
coming in from my last
don't know
ship.
how to take
It's
that.
yours if you bring my
I love.
claw.
Okay, so one of my favorite things to do whenever I was younger and I used to play Skyrim, I used to just raid giant camps just to kill the giants and
So
steal
now
their
you don't
cheese.
have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine, but only to the edge of town.
I just wanna. I need to just leave. I need to just leave.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Ooh.
Those thieves must be mad hiding.
Ring of Restoration. Oh, I can only put on one ring or one hand. That's lame.
There. Those old crypts are traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Well, I mean, like, that's one thing, but I do have what is called a hammer. Everything can be solved with a hammer.
Yep, a good hammer across the head. That is like the best policy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just like what happened with the old lady. You know, just a good old hammer across the head. I mean, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. She's fine. Granny's fine. She's just sleeping in her bed with her alcohol. after her Sunday brunch. I don't know. Did people have brunch in the Middle Ages?
What?
I said, did people in the Middle Ages have brunch?
No.
Oh well, she had.
That's actually a pretty recent concept.
Let's see here. You know what? We're gonna save on our perks for right now.
Brunch.
Enchantment, alteration, smithing, heavy armor. Actually, no. We'll put some in the heavy armor. Fuck it. Juggernaut.
Here, so. Okay, brunch originated in England in the late 19th centuries and became popular in the United States in the 1930s.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
So it is actually a pretty recent concept.
Yeah, I never got I never understood the whole thing about brunch. I mean, like, I guess maybe because of like church people.
Yeah.
But I'm also not a good Christian dino boy, so I don't do brunch. I just call it whenever I get up. If I wake up early in the fucking morning, it's just called food.
It's food.
It's just
whenever I wake up type of thing.
Pretty much.
Which is common when you think about it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, that's where we're gonna have to go, by the way.
You're gonna go up a mountain?
Yeah, it's called the Throat of the World. Hi! Hi, buddy. You're dead. Hi, buddy. You're also dead. Oh, right the fucking clavicle, too. Let's see here. Hide armor. What do you have? Nothing. Okay, so we're just gonna pick you up and throw you off. I'm gonna take your bowl, too. I'm just gonna steal their, like, you know, the amount of, like, things I'm gonna be stealing, I'm gonna have, like, an entire kitchen's worth of, like, stolen and, like, looted, like, cookware. Oh! Damn, that had hurt. You know, the funny thing is that I could have just waited and just killed this guy for his armor. Instead of just, like, robbing, you know, people. You know what? Let me just take this too. And that.
Oh, you got yourself a big axe.
I like okay, I like how the helmet does kind of stretch depending on like what species you have or what race you have. Cuz this just came straight off of Huh?
It does. That's so weird.
Well, cuz like that just came straight off of a human and it just literally just fit the head of my Argonian with the horns on my brow sticking out.
Now I'm just imagining this thing being like, this helmet doesn't fit, and then all of a sudden you start using your muscles, you start molding it, and there you go, it's all fixed.
Or it's like Doggy Kruger from Power Rangers SPD when he transforms.
Oh, his entire face shrinks down to a normal human face.
Yeah, it's weird.
I remember that. It's so weird.
Because like even in the Sentai, it still does that.
That's a interesting concept. That'd be like basically saying, "Hey, I'm going to do this shit."
I mean, like, there's one that's worse. There's Taurine from Kyoryuger. Because Taurine's got a beak.
Ah.
So explain that one.
True.
Like, at least with like a mammal, you could kind of wiggle around it, going like, oh yeah, he could probably just scrunch his face down. No, like Taurine's got like a beak, like a literal toothy beak.
Okay. Can I ask? This is a general ask. How the hell are you gonna get solid bone to squish down? Because you know for a fact that snout is not going to be like.
It's magic.
It's not gonna. It's magic. That's like a cop out, man.
It's magic. Just like that. That was magic. How that person died. It was magic.
I mean, oh yeah, like that is magic. If you believe in magic.
If you believe in magic,
also, why is he barely wearing any clothes?
Why not?
They're on the mountaintop.
Yeah, and it's magic like this.
Why?
Ow. Okay, I missed. Okay, I missed.
You won't live to see tomorrow.
I have never seen an NPC that just walks back like that.
Yeah, because this is like the same kind of NPC like stuff from like Fallout New Vegas.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, look at that. So right in the, ooh yeah, no, like got it right in the eye, right in the cheek. Ooh, hunting bow actually. Ooh, thank you. Light armor. I'll take that. And you know what we'll do? We'll just throw you. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll just throw you off. Nothing to see here. Let's see here. What did you have? Hunting bow, lockpick, mead. You know, I've never had mead before.
I mean, it is a very weird drink to come across because it's not typically like normal alcohol.
Yeah.
It's made with fruit. It's not like
Well, I hear like mead is like fermented honey or something like that.
It is. It's a mixture of honey and fruit.
Yeah, I want to give it a try one of these days. Alright, so iron sword.
It's very sweet.
Nah. Alright, so hunting bow's 8 damage. How much is the longbow? Yeah, we'll get rid of the longbow.
Utah.
Also, we're going on our first major quest of the game.
We're going on a quest.
Oh yeah, by the way, do you know how what I mentioned by like skeevers?
Yeah?
This is a skeever.
Hold on. It's oh yeah, they're just giant rats.
Yeah, it's just a giant fucking rat.
Oh my god, it's cracked. Oh, I get it. The name Skeever is like a mix between it's basically like a beaver.
Kind of, yeah.
Because of the how their tails look. It's like a muskrat.
Kind of. They're more of like a dog-sized rat.
So a capybara.
Kind of, yeah. Hi, lady. You're gonna die now. How should I kill her? Should I go with an axe or a hammer?
Yo, with your heart's desire, Guerrero.
All right, we're just gonna bash her brains in. That really has to hurt your skull after a while.
You think?
Because you're just like bashing her brains in with your own skull. Alright, so Skeever. I honestly, like, going through, like, all these ruins, like, honestly, the one thing that I've always wanted as, like, a teenager, because I was, like... This game, by the way, this game came out, like... let me see here. This game came out when I was 18 years old, so that was, what? 2000 and... I think 2011, I want to say. Yeah, like 2011. So this game's almost 20 years old.
It is an old game.
Yeah, this game's nearly 20 years old. I just want to point that out.
It's about 14 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about half of 2 decades. Oh, this is fun because this is where we get like all the Draugrs. I remember, like, I had a friend, and they would get so freaked out by the Draugrs. I always thought the Draugrs were kind of cool. And it's also a really cool, like, it's also a really cool name. Draugr.
The Draugr. It sounds like a dredge.
Well, they are basically like the Norse version of, like, I think they're like a zombie. I think it's like a zombie.
Oh, so then
they're a type of undead, basically.
Yeah. So like a dredge is a pirate zombie, and a Draugr is a Norse zombie.
Yeah, basically. Because I think we'll see them in this dungeon.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend. This ends now.
But yeah, no, like, whenever I was younger, I really would love to see what this place looked like during, like, its prime. Like, when it was, like, freshly built and everything. Because this was all made during, like, the dragon occupation of Skyrim.
That's cool.
So, the puzzle here is, it looks like snake, whale. So... Snipe.
Several snipe.
Dumbledore. Alright, so...
Ron Weasley!
There we go.
I'm Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Oh yeah, soul gems. These are fun. You know what they do with soul gems?
What?
They suck people's souls out and they put them in these gems.
Damn, I hope it's a good happy ending.
I know, right? This is what it's the forbidden happy ending. Scroll.
No, I think the forbidden happy ending would be a succubus.
Nah, that's not the forbidden happy ending. That's just a good happy ending. That's like the creme de la creme of happy endings. Ah, you what the fuck? Oh, Skeever. I think there's one down here. Yep.
I will be right back.
Okay. Yeah, because this is where we fight. So cause it's all coming back to me. So like we have to fight the giant spider. Yep, there it is. No, actually, no, we'll do some frostbite venom. Because why not? Yeah. You know what? Actually, I want to see what we got here so far. Desiccated corpse. Oh, that's such a lovely sound. Alright, so he had some gold.
Help me! Help! You, over here. It's coming. You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up. Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there. Does it look like I can move? You have to cut me down first.
Okay, cool. Well, he did say I have to cut him down first, so, oops. Oh, I thought it was something else. Okay. But yeah, like, these places look so fucking cool. Burial urn, burial urn. Urn. Gold. So I think... Yep, okay, yep, these are all the Draugrs. Trying to figure out which ones are the Draugrs. That one. Alright, who else? There we go. And there we go. Alright, so ancient Nord axe. So gold. What else we got here? Gold, ancient Nord mace. What do you got? Amethyst, bone meal. Oh, so this guy was loaded actually. And ancient Nord axe. So let me check, see which ones are better. Let's see here. Damage of 18. Okay, we'll get rid of that. And take that. Iron Axe damage of 9, and then... Yep, so we're going to get rid of that. $11, $20. Yeah, so we're going to stick with the Ancient Nord weapons for a little bit. That is a trap, which funny enough is that you can actually kite them over to that. Wakey, wakey, motherfucker. And she's down. There we go. Ancient. Petty Soul Gem. Draugr. Okay, Bone Meal. Alright, so let me see here. Weapons. So Hunting Bow, damage of 8. And damage of 9, so we'll just use that instead. And gold. Ooh, what's up here? Can I get to that? Apprentice, okay. Ah, shit, okay. We got 20 left, so. Alright, so not that way. Yes! There we go. Perfect. Alright, so stamina, petty soul gem. Alright, so we can sell that. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I'm fighting Draugrs. I'll take
I
it.
find this funny. You know Gilbert Godfrey, right?
Yeah.
So I told my stream today about like that Gilbert Godfrey did a little bit where he did an audiobook of 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I remember that one, yeah. Holy fuck!
So I played a little bit of it on stream. And I paused it before I got too into it. It was funny as hell. And just the reaction I got from them were just amazing.
Wait, is it still on the VOD?
Yes.
Oh, see, I keep forgetting these pots.
Don't forget the pots.
Well, no, because like, so you see this stuff on the ground?
Yeah.
That's oil.
Oh, oh, I get it. I get it.
So if I, shit. So if I can get him just to stay over here just a little bit. So let me see here. Okay, this might be the part where the part where I actually might die.
Die, my friend.
Well, because I'm standing in fire, so.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna die.
But yeah, you got the point though. That's basically like I could use that to my advantage. Hang on, do I have any food? I should have some food. Do I have any? I have 1 potion of health. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, yay, another Draugr.
You're never gonna leave.
Say what?
You are never gonna not deal with them.
Yeah, because they're a common thing here in the dungeons.
I can believe that.
Yeah, so like here in like these dungeons, you find like a lot of like really good items, but also you can find like shouts. In certain dungeons, you can find like shouts and whatnot that you can learn from.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so they have what are called they're called dragon walls, and it's a stone wall full of like dragon text, and you kind of just absorb it, and that's how you learn shouts. And in order for you to kind of like power up your shouts, you need to kill dragons. And you have to absorb their souls.
Makes sense, makes sense.
No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So if I jump over here... Yeah, because that Draugr is going to come up. Actually, wait, hold up. I just saw that real quick. Where's that scroll at? Yeah, there we go. But see, scrolls are like a one-time use. So, a Draugr went that way. Yeah, so he's... Yeah, because that's just a big giant loop. Yep, there he is. Oh, and got her. Ancient Nord sword, okay. Let me just check real quick to make sure there aren't any... there aren't any like little goodies that I missed. I will say though, the lockpicking system is actually a lot better than what was in like Oblivion. Like they really improved on it. Okay, so where to now? Oh, that's lovely. Nice freshly flayed bones for those who, because some unfortunate bastard.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, look. Oh, hang on. Oh, I see you. Hi there. Yeah, so you know that that power move that I just did?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do that to you too.
Oh man, that's so unfair.
No, it kind of keeps you on your toes a little bit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not really unfair. It's mostly a game mechanic. And if you know about it beforehand, you're going to be able to avoid it.
There we go. Magicka, no. That's not what I needed. Bleak Falls Sanctum. So we should be getting close to the end of this. Because there's one boss that we do have to fight. Ow. Oh, hi there. Just a regular Draugr. And let's do... resist cold. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
I was actually kind of getting worried that my the realized dinosaur wasn't being shipped yet.
Oh, is it being
thought,
shipped
oh, no.
now or?
I checked my messages in my email and I realized that they shipped it yesterday.
Oh, where'd you order it from?
U.S. Gundam store.
Yeah, they're really good at that.
I didn't know because for some odd reason yesterday I was not getting any notifications of, you know, my mail and anything.
Yeah.
So it was funny, and I'm like, oh man, I want to get this, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I better go check. I might want to cancel my order and just buy it from Big Bad Toy Store.
Right. I mean, like, the thing with USA Gundam Store is, like, from what I have, from my experience, they're pretty good at communicating with you.
Yeah.
Because did they sit there and say, like, hey, we don't have it, like, in stock, but we'll let you know when we do or whatever?
Yeah, like, it was more like I didn't realize that they shipped it yesterday, and I was like thinking maybe I'll just go buy it from Big Bad since I bought a lot more stuff from them there.
Okay.
But yeah, they did ship it yesterday, so I should be receiving it sometime this week.
Also, I think these are the gods and goddesses of, like, the Elder Scrolls Pantheon. I think.
Man, they get human gods. I have to deal with dragons.
I mean, like, to be fair, like, I think that's Akatosh. I want to say that's Akatosh, who is, like, half man, half dragon.
Oh, I'm more talking about the lore of my universe.
Oh, do you worship dragons?
No, dragons are revered as primordial deities due to the fact that they have the power to control primordial energy.
Oh, so it's just like the dragons in Elder Scrolls, basically.
Yeah, they're big, they're strong, they're powerful. The only thing that could defeat them are Saurians, because Saurians are immune to their power for some odd reason.
Let's see here. Yeah, honestly, I would love to know more about your lore.
I mean, if you ever want to sit down and talk about it, I don't want to take up your entire stream about it.
Oh, no, that's fine. But yeah, no, like, I would love to just sit down and just, like, talk about, like, lore and whatnot, because I'm always fascinated by, like, VTubers' lore.
Me too. It's always, they have so many cool, like, a lot of VTubers have really cool concepts.
Although, I always find it funny when it's just, like, when there's just one person that's just, like, a regular, like, anime guy.
He's just that anime guy.
Yeah, he's just like a regular anime protagonist. When, like, you got, like, people like, I'm a fox, you know, I'm a fox girl of, like, a shrine. I am, you know, a T-Rex nature deity. I am a void space dragon goddess. I am just a regular guy.
I'm just a guy in the background of all, but actually that's not a bad concept when you think about it.
Wait, there we go. I'm gonna save.
Like someone who is just a regular anime guy in the background. That sounds like a very interesting topic. You could just be like any universe and be like, yeah, I remember just one time I was walking around and then there was these two guys with monkey tails just fighting each other in the air.
Yeah, just like I remember just like these guys just duking it out. I'm just sitting here just walking, you know, on my way home from work. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a dragon wall.
Oh, cool.
Oh, oh, I was like, I was wondering where the fight was.
Because I think a couple weeks ago, someone made a pilot for the camera guy.
Wait, what?
The camera guy, you know, the guy who does all the action scenes and like animations.
Yeah.
And there's this like this term that people use. Imagine a camera guy. It's a meme for like someone who like about the camera's angles they always get during fight scenes and everything. And someone made like a piloted animation of the guy. What would happen if like a villain killed the superhero?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
And he and the guy, the villain, was about to destroy his. I gotta show it to you. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, I need to see this.
Cause he is the camera guy. Basically, he records like the fights and everything.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, you're gonna have to show me that because that actually sounds kind of interesting. Oh wait, hold up. God, my controller's so fucking trigger happy.
See if I can find it.
You know what we're gonna do with this guy? We're just gonna put him back in his. We're just gonna put him back in his crib. We're just. Grandpa's kind of sleepy.
Oh, found it. I'll DM it you.
Nah, we're not gonna use him for firewood. We're just gonna put him back in his crypt. I don't know if you want to use a corpse as like firewood.
I mean, it's possible, but it's gonna stink like hell.
I was gonna say, have you ever tried using a corpse as firewood?
I mean, you ever smell steak burning?
Say what?
You ever smelled a steak burn?
Yeah.
Like that, but 10 times worse.
Yeah, it's like, or like burning leather.
Yeah.
But just stinks more.
Do not ask why I know that. I just know it.
It's like, I've been around.
Okay, for clarity, this is something what we often will do if we want to get rid of some resources, not to have to deal with wild animals. We would burn the excess stuff.
Wait, can I lift? No, I can't lift him up. Oh well, there you go. That's close enough. That's close enough. Alright, so is there any other goodies? I don't think so. Yeah, so basically, these ancient Nords would kind of like worship dragons. Basically. Like when dragons took over or had like domain over Skyrim, these ancient Nords would kind of revere dragons.
I mean, that seems like probable. A lot of religions are based upon like powerful beings.
Yeah, but the dragons are more of like they think they're better than everybody. And they believe everybody should be kind of under their thumb. To be fair, they're also like... Isn't Alduin the Satan dragon? I wouldn't say Satan, so to speak. He's more of like... I'm trying to find like a Norse... Like a Norse like... analog for him. Also, by the way, those are mammoth bones.
Damn.
I know they're big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find some living ones here soon. But no, like I wouldn't say Alduin is a I wouldn't say he's Satan. I would say he's more or less like I guess maybe Loki. No, maybe not Loki, maybe like Jormungandr.
Jormungandr, the world's serpent.
I guess is like that would probably be the closest analog I can think of. Because a lot of the lore in Elder Scrolls are kind of based around Norse mythology.
That makes sense, yeah.
I mean,
but there's also wyverns in Norse mythology as well.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be the best way to... Oh, hey, a fox. Fox, get back here. How dare he run away? I just want to know what he says. That would have been funny
Did
if
that
actually...
fox just go into the water?
Yes, he did. The good thing, though, is that I'm an Argonian. I can literally breathe underwater.
That's cool.
Yeah, so, like, Argonians have, like... Okay, so, like, a lot of races have, like, different perks. So, Argonians, for example, they have a high tolerance for poisons. Like, I could tank poisons and not really feel anything. And also, I have, like, indefinite, like, time I can spend underwater.
That's cool.
And then also, I think it is a... I want to say it is a magic of some kind. Not flame, but it's like a special. I think it's powers. Yeah, heat skin. Invoke the power of the hiss to recover health at 10 times faster. So basically, this is like the kind of like an oh shit moment.
Understandable.
So like if I ran out of like potions of healing and I need health, I can use hiss skin for like a day, for like one in-game day.
Huh.
And I can heal like a motherfucker. Or like if you choose like the Khajiit have like nocturnal vision. They have like a perk where you can like see in the dark. You can also, cool. And I think they're the only race where they have like claws, so you can actually use like they come with like a default unarmed weapon.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, they're really really cool. I want to say that's the same thing with dark elves. They can also, I think they also can see underwater, or not underwater, at night. And I think orcs have a higher strength, I want to say. And I want to say Nords are kind of like vanilla.
They're
so
just the basic humans.
Kind of, yeah. Did he just drown himself? I think he did. I think the fox actually drowned himself.
Couldn't take life anymore.
Oh, hey! How you doing? Hi.
I'm just a poor old woman, dear.
Cool.
No need to be cruel. None of them.
I'm just a poor old woman. Okay, time to die.
Just poor old woman.
Look at her. Look at her. She's sitting peacefully in her chair. You know, am I an asshole?
Depends.
Dang it, Grohl!
I mean, I literally just killed an innocent woman. I might just be an
Maybe
asshole.
you did.
Dude's about to do his entire villain arc right now.
I might be entering my villain arc.
Dude decided to go do a genocide run.
A peaceful genocide run. Where I'm nice, but I'm also just killing random people. Oh, nice place you got here.
Got a nice place going on here.
Ooh, enchantment. Disenchantment. And then I guess a soul gem. Yes. Oh, that makes me sad. I don't have anything to enchant with. Alchemy lab. Ooh, okay. So what if I do that and then that? And chicken egg. What do I get? Potion of... Ooh, okay, so damage magicka. Okay, that's interesting. Restore health, butterfly wing. Okay, so what if I did... you know what? We'll quit. We're gonna quit this alchemy stuff. This isn't for us. We're better than this. Giant's toe. You want a giant's toe?
A giant's toe.
Slaughterfish scales. Pine thrush egg.
Waterfish scales. I'm sorry, but they really gave it that name?
Yeah, they're kind of horrifying.
What is there, like a landfish too?
No, slaughterfish.
Oh, slaughterfish. I thought you said waterfish.
No, slaughterfish. Look at her. Look at Grandma. She's all tuckered out.
No, she's dead.
Yeah, she's just sleeping. She went sleeping in the Shadow Realm. Also, TJ, how you doing?
4 kids.
Yeah, no, like I'm really happy that Oblivion got a remaster too, because I've always wanted to play Oblivion, but I just never really got around to it. I think it was, oh god, when did Oblivion come out? Because I think that came out in what 2006. I want to say. I think that's what I'll be playing like soon, so I want to get that.
Soon, relative after you're done doing all your moving and everything.
Yeah, once I'm done with like all of my moving and stuff like that. Because how you doing, TJ? How you doing? Welcome in, first timer. Yeah, like when Oblivion came out, I was already like in middle school. Yeah, I was like in middle school when that came out. So that was the.
We're just old.
Huh?
We're just old.
We are old. I mean, hey, you know what they say about VTubers in 30s? You know, apparently the age of 30 is in demand.
Oh.
That's what that.
I don't know how to take that.
I mean, like, that's what I hear about older VTubers. Brooke Bass.
I mean, understandable.
I'm trying to find a slaughterfish to kind of show you what they look like. They're kind of horrifying.
I'm assuming it's a fish that looks like it could slaughter you.
Kind of, yeah. They're kind of like a gar, but on crack.
That is actually kind of scary.
Yeah, so they're the best way I can describe a slaughterfish is that they're kind of like an alligator gar mixed with like a tigerfish.
Okay, yeah, that is kind of scary.
Yeah, they're terrifying. I'm just trying to find it somewhere. The 3 best Elder Scrolls games, in my opinion, is Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, first being Oblivion, and Skyrim is the 3rd. And when Oblivion came out, I wasn't even born. Oh wow, really? Oh god. Oh my god, TJ, you're making me feel. You're making me feel old. I know Morrowind came out whenever I was young. I'm 18. I'm 32. Salmon. Yeah, I was like, oh god, how... Yeah, because I think I was in elementary school when Morrowind came out. 'Cause I remember seeing that in like gamer magazines, and like I thought it looked really cool. But yeah, like Skyrim came out when I was just in high school.
Just in high school.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I played Skyrim so much. Oh, is that a Nope, never mind. What was that, a mud crab? Or was that a slaughterfish?
Right.
I'm looking for a slaughterfish. I grew up with Doom, Time Splitters, Morrowind, and MKX. I grew up with Halo, the first Halo, like Halo Combat Evolved, basically. So yeah, I grew up with like Halo Combat Evolved. I grew up with like Spyro, the original Spyro, the original Tomb Raider, Which fun fact is that apparently okay, so you know how like the original Tomb Raider made like Lara Croft like a sex icon and stuff like that? You know, like they made like a lot of sexy like promotional artwork of Lara.
Yeah.
Apparently the developers did not want that. Yeah, apparently the developers didn't want that, actually.
I mean, understandable. Especially how when they had a chance, they redid Lara Croft's design to be more like an adventurer than what
No. I mean like the actual like promotional art. Like they still wanted her to look sexy, but not like that. Not like for that kind of promotional stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like nowadays they did refine her design a little bit to be more like, she has the appeal of like attractiveness, but she also is like, look at all them rock crabs.
Yeah.
Mud crabs.
Let's see, mud crab, chitin, legs. Ooh, yummy. Let's see, yeah, I've played the entirety of Halo, but Doom was my first franchise. I've always preferred Doom. And yeah, the Laura's tits were code error. Yeah, but also, okay. So to put it in perspective, so back in the 90s when they first were promoting Tomb Raider, they were promoting Tomb Raider as like you would see like a lot of like old advertisement for Tomb Raider with like Lara Croft and like sexy poses and stuff like that. And originally, that wasn't supposed to be like that. Oh, by the way, that's a slaughterfish. Let's see if I can try to kill one.
Oh yeah, they look like little tiny.
You bring one up.
I can see why they're called slaughterfish.
Yeah, there you go. They literally look like a literal alligator gar.
Like little dragonfish. You know what they remind me of?
Huh.
You ever watch Ice Age?
Yes.
Yeah, they remind me of those creatures from the dinosaurs from Ice Age.
You know,
that one that jumps out of the water.
Yeah, they kind of do. Let's see here. With the Bus was an actual error code. Yeah, great franchise. Wasn't a big fan of 1, 2, and 3, but love the reboots. See, I liked the original games. I loved 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, and 6 were okay, but 1, 2, and 3 were classics. I actually kind of prefer them over the reboots. I also just love like the fantastical elements of Tomb Raider, where she went on like these adventures where she would go down to like the Andes Mountains in South America, and she's like in a ancient like Aztec Mesoamerican temple, and then there's just fucking dinosaurs in there. For no discernible reason. There's just dinosaurs. Or there'll be like a time where Laura goes on an adventure to China, right? And she would be tracking down a mafia boss. And to have him turn into a giant Chinese dragon.
That's the point of the archaeology, man.
Well, and also, like, it was more of like a more fantastical version of like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was kind of like the whole thing. So let's see here. I like that a lot. It was the camera stiffness. Yeah, but you also have to remember the tank controls were of the 90s. Like, that was a common thing back in the day. I completed them all, but the stiffness of the camera was annoying a lot. Yeah, but like I said, that was more or less like, that was just like a product at the time. That was just like, it was just like that was just like the 90s. Talk to the Jarl. No, we don't want to talk to the Jarl just yet. Riverwood. Yes. Fast travel. There we go. Perfect. Let's see. I'm aware I play them all on vanilla consoles. Yeah, no, like I understand why people find them annoying. Like, no, like 100%. Like, I'm not saying like you're wrong. No, like I understand. So Sven and Hilda. Hello, is anyone home? Grandma, are you still drunk on your bed again? Grandma says yes.
Yeah, bring my tonic.
No, Grandma, I'm just grabbing a couple of things. Also, Grandma, here's your chamber pot in case if you had to go number 2.
Too late, silly boy.
Granny's already got number 1 and 2 and the rare number 3.
I don't know if I should, that sounds so bad.
I see. I mean, my first game was Doom. I love games from the 90s. Yeah, like, I will say though, there are some games that are like 1000% 90s, and it does not care. One of those being Gex. Gex was like one of those games that was like 10,000% 90s, and it did not care. It lived and died in the 90s. Have you ever heard of that series?
Which one?
Don't
Gex.
let my sister do anything.
Oh wait,
you found
maybe.
It was literally like a gecko that would like kind of like be teleported to like the world of like television and
I'm gonna
stuff.
put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
21 days till my collector's edition Dark Ages Arise. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I've never played it, but I've heard of it, and actually, I think I played the first one. Yeah, it's... Let me see here.
Thank you so. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Let's see here. I want potions. Cure disease, minor healing. Let's see here, and then...
Some may call this junk.
And
Me,
I'm going to do
treasures.
I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do great sword build, so that's yours. That's yours. Let's see what else we got here. Apparel. There you go. There we go. Also, by the way, I'm so glad it was prayed. Oh, are you from Europe by chance? Because you mentioned euros, so like. There we go. See here, Ireland. Oh, okay. I have a friend that's from Ireland. He's also a VTuber. And he's also a fellow Dino VTuber. Let's see, it's priced at €55, 65 for the deluxe. Hopefully he takes notes. I do too. How do you feel about that, Jay? About the Nintendo prices? Okay, so this is actually a good stopping point for the night. So next time we play Skyrim, which is when I come back from my break. So we will be talking to the Jarl of Whiterun.
The Jarl.
The Ural.
Okay.
So hang on. Yeah, because they do like the whole like Norse kind of stuff. So hang on, give me a second. Let me put on my music. Okay, so desktop. There we go. Okay. But yeah, that's where we're gonna stop for the night because it is going a little bit later. They're not even selling physical copies. They're just selling game keys. Yeah, that's where I have an issue, is them going completely 100%. I think they're going 100% digital. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jay. Okay. So with them using game keys pretty much. Yeah. The thing is that I don't know how I genuinely feel about that kind of stuff because like so the thing I have a problem with solely digital copies is basically things like you technically don't own your game, and these companies could literally just take that away from you, basically. At a moment's notice. And they'll just sit there and just shrug, be like, oh, well, oops. Oh, well, get over it, I guess. Yeah, so that's why I always like to buy, like, a physical copy if I can. But with Nintendo pretty much just doing game keys, it is what it is. It is very much what it is. So let me see who to raid tonight. Actually, wait, hold on, let me see something real quick. Okay. So, let me see here. Who do we want to raid tonight? Also, not one Nintendo game is worth $80. True. Like, okay, like, I think the Mario Kart game is... What did they say the Mario Kart game was? Wasn't it like... It was something astronomical. It was like $80 or something like that, which... Or like 90 or some crap like that. Because it's like, okay, don't get me wrong, I love Mario Kart, but I don't think so. Yeah, and 70 for DK. Yeah, so I don't know how well they're going to do this exactly, because Nintendo has always prided themselves on being the family console, the console for like kids and whatnot, right? So it's going to be hard for them to, it's going to be hard for them to sell this console and games to families, and especially to kids, when the prices are almost like $100 per game. And then, of course, you're counting in the prices for like the console itself, which is basically $500, 500 USD, give or take. And now I have heard that the Japanese version is cheaper. So if you can get the Japanese version, apparently it's cheaper, but that's just hearsay. I would actually have to see it for myself. And that's not even including tariffs, because since I live in the good old US of A, I have to deal with the US of A tariffs. Which sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks, yeah.
Terribly sucks.
Especially if you are someone like me who likes to collect things from Japan, like my with my sponsor HLJ HobbyLink Japan. With my sponsor HobbyLink Japan, if you use my code, if you use my command !HLJ, it'll take you directly to the website. I'm just saying. But yeah, no, like but yeah, especially like with like HobbyLink Japan and all that kind of stuff, it's gonna be harder, especially with the tariffs. Irony, I'm going to Japan. No, I am actually pretty damn jealous. I was actually born in Japan. Funny enough.
It's cool.
Yeah, I was technically born in Okinawa.
That's awesome.
Well, I say technically Okinawa because Okinawa doesn't really like being called Japanese. I mean, yes, they are part of Japan, but they like to be called Okinawans instead of Japanese. It's like the Ainu, The Ainu are their own people, but they're also Japanese. It's weird. Like Jade, you know about the Ainu?
Vaguely.
The best way to describe it is like what the Ainu are to the Japanese, what the Native Americans are to America. Essentially. But the Ainu kind of suffer the same stuff that the Native Americans have suffered as well. So like forced to like be integrated into Japanese culture, forget their own language, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about it. I remember what they are. They were an island nation before Japan took them over.
Kinda. Oh, what the hell was that? Weird. I thought I heard something.
Oh, thanks. Is there someone in your house?
I don't know. I thought I heard like another voice. I was like, wait, what? In my audio.
Run, Carl, run.
Also, I just now noticed my YouTube chat as well. Badger milk. Wait, what do you mean by badger milk, Sparta?
Badger milk.
Say what?
Nothing.
Let's see here. Me and my friends are going to Osaka for 2 weeks, and then Tokyo for 2 weeks. Yo, that's fucking sick. If you get the chance, I would say try some of... Okay, if you're going to Tokyo, I do say please go check out the Ainu restaurant. I want to show support and appreciation for the Ainu people. So if you ever get the chance, please go check out the Ainu restaurant, look it up. Because like that's kind of like a big thing, is that there is a restaurant that is owned by the Ainu. It's almost like, again, it's almost like a restaurant owned by like a Native American, basically, over here, or an indigenous people over here, basically. Like it's a big deal. And considering
I can see why.
Yeah, especially what they're going through. Also, god fucking damn it. Sorry, I just looked over at the new Gundam collaboration skins for Overwatch, and I'm thoroughly disappointed. Hang on, chat. I just saw this. Alright, let's take a look at this. Because I don't like Blizzard, and I've grown to not like Overwatch all that much. I mean, I'll play it occasionally, but like... Okay, let's break this down. So, for this... we have what it looks like soldier... Let's see here. Just trying to make sure that these are... So I think these are it, right? Yeah, so these are news. So let me just double check because I think I'm trying to make sure this is actual stuff and not just like fan art. Because if it's fan art, then hang on, I deeply apologize because I don't like showing off like fan art without permission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, understandable.
Let's see here. It's Gundam, Overwatch, skins. Oh, yep. Okay, so those are the actual, like, official stuff. Okay. Well, because like I said, I want to make sure that I am, you know, this stuff is official, not like I'm just, like, showing fan art without permission.
Understandable. Like, it is something that you should watch out for.
Yeah, so, yeah, these are the official skins. Yes, because I just googled Gundam skins and yeah, this is official, I guess. So we have Soldier 76 Tall Geese, which I mean, I can see it. I don't know what other character in Overwatch 2 would fit the Tall Geese mold. But also I'm not surprised that this is all just Gundam Wing. So we have Mercy as Wing Zero from Endless Waltz, which, okay, sure, I guess. I mean, it's got the angel motif. I will say this stuff looks a lot better than the Transformers collab.
I don't know. You could say that, but Bumblebee, Bastion, and Reinhardt, Optimus Prime were really good.
I'm gonna hold off on the Bumblebee Bastion because I have my 2 cents on that one. This one I don't get, and that is Ramatra Epion. I don't get that one. I genuinely do not understand this one. I don't see Epion. When I think of Ramatra, I do not see Epion, but I would honestly say Brigitte just because she has like the mace that can double as Epion's heat rod. But that's just me. And then I'm guessing that is Death Scythe Tracer? Which
maybe, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
To be fair, I'm gonna be honest. As much as we're gonna look at these promotional arts, they're not gonna be as good as the actual like. The promotional arts could be good, but the actual models are probably gonna be shit.
Oh yeah, and so my 2 cents on Bumblebee, Bastion. So I have my 2 cents on that one. Now hear me out. Bastion should have been Megatron.
I mean, you're not wrong. He should have been Megatron.
Yes,
but at the same time, I think they wanted to go villain with hero.
True. And also
like hero, villain.
Well, and also just like Bastion talks and like beeps and boops, and so does like Bumblebee past the Michael Bay trilogy or the Michael Bay movies. So I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
But
I
no,
mean, kind of been solidified with Prime, but that's because Prime's kind of like a cartoon version of the Bay movies.
Yeah, kind of. And don't get me wrong, I like Prime, But yeah, no, like I said, I feel like Bastion should have just been Megatron. But anyway, so I know who we're gonna raid tonight. We are going to raid Honey. We're gonna raid Honey because I never get to raid Honey, like ever. So let me go see what she's doing. What is she doing? Oh, she's playing Hollow Cure. She's playing Hollow Cure. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and raid Honeysaur. And I will catch you all tomorrow for... What do I have for tomorrow? The Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable. We're going to get our minds fucked again.
Mind fucked.
But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me, Jay. And we're all and we're all gonna go say hi to Honey. So I'll catch you all later tomorrow.